I feel very, very lucky to be able to be in this position. Overall, this experience was a 10 out of 10. Yeah, we've checking around here and there, and I've went to big tournaments today. That's cool. You guys haven't seen that for the poker world.
The OG of Poker joins the MVP, sponsored by the biggest games, Poker Stars, exclusively on FanDuel. America is celebrating its 250th birthday, and the drivers can never miss out on all of this days. The Stars and Stripes will be on full display as NASCAR unveils its newest track. Welcome to Naval Coronado, a 3.4-mile street circuit with 16 turns. All right. Good. Check. Making sure. Make sure this is all good. All right, we are set. All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Chase fan number 9 here, and this is the weekend we have all been waiting for. It is NASCAR race weekend in San Diego. Now, this track is not just any track. It is a street course, and this street course is not your typical one either. It's taking place on an actual active naval military base installation that we call Naval Base Coronado. Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that NASCAR raced in San Diego, but here we are. I mean, to be fair, it's nice to have NASCAR racing back in Southern California in general. Obviously, we had Auto Club, Riverside, Ontario in the past, but today we have Naval Base Coronado. Now, now the street course in question does have an actual name itself. If I remember correctly, it is called the Anduril Street Circuit. Um, so yeah. Now this course, man, it is huge. It has like 16 turns and all that. So yeah, I need to take a look at how long this course is.
And all the competitors, everybody's having a great time. What an event. Kevin, we've been real fortunate to win some pretty cool trophies. I'm not sure there's going to be a more prestigious trophy than winning the
Let's see.
Craftsman Truck Series race here at Naval Base Coronado. These guys are going to be fighting tooth and nail to be the first one to win here in San Diego. And wow, what
Hello, Shahir. Welcome to the live stream.
a couple of drivers, I said, where's the passing zones? They said, yes, we're going to pass everywhere. They're going to be crazy racing when we throw the green flag in.
Oh wait, here it is. It's not Enduro Street Circuit. It's called the Qualcomm Circuit. Wrong, wrong name. Anyways, so yeah, the street course is called the Coronado Street Course, but for sponsorship reasons, it's called the Qualcomm Circuit. So yeah, so the NASCAR circuit, it is 3.4 miles in length, and there are 19 turns. So yeah, that's how big this street course is. I watched a few iRacing walkthroughs of this course, and I got to see practice. And man, this track, it's bumpy and it's very treacherous. Saw some drivers wreck their trucks in practice, like Justin Marks, Tanner Gray, and I think Adam Andretti also brushed the wall too. Yeah, several drivers are going to backup trucks today, so yeah, it's very treacherous out there. But who knows? This race might be a good race. You can't always assume that the race is going to be a disaster itself. So yeah, this course it replaces the Chicago Street Course, which we raced at for the last 3 years. And from what we've been hearing rumors about the Chicago Street Course returning next year. Well, this might be a once in a lifetime thing for these NASCAR fans there. So, so yeah. Um, what else? Now the funny thing is, my mom and I, we were contemplating for some time to go to this particular race to see what it was like, but or at the very least for a day, but no, we couldn't work it in because tickets are expensive. You have to take shuttle, and this race, most of the people here are like military folks with their families and all that. Kind of not fair, but that's just how it is. Damn, look at those Osprey helicopters. Nice. Yeah, kind of unfortunate we weren't able to go. And besides, I've never been to San Diego before, but what I am grateful is for the fact that I am going to a NASCAR race next Sunday at Sonoma, so I can't wait for next weekend. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this week, next weekend, and the weekend after. So yeah, um, my weekend was really good. Just another busy work week as usual, but I kicked ass, did good, and had a good week. Hello, Moona Gameplays. Welcome to the live stream. Let's see. So yeah, pretty much gotten everything out of the way. So with that said, we're gonna kick off this NASCAR San Diego race weekend with the Craftsman Truck Series race, which is simply called the Navy 250. As you can see, it is a very short race. It is only 50 laps. Stages 1 and 2 are both 12 laps each, and the final stage is 26 laps. Um, the NASCAR race at Road America was used to be 50 laps. Well, before they switched it to 45. But either way, this is fine with me. I was expecting it to be 55 or 60 laps, but again, but then but once again, I don't mind the race length. So yeah. Anyways, with that said, let's take a look at the starting grid for a little bit before we get into the race. The top two favorites on tracks that turn left and right are starting on the front row with Caden Honeycutt on the pole. Obviously, the last time we were on a track that went left and right, he got his first Truck Series win. And then the last time we raced on a street course in the Truck Series, which was St. Pete back in March, Lane Riggs won. So yeah, I kind of saw front row start this front row lineup coming from like a mile away. So yeah, can't wait to see what they do. I know they're going to be the best trucks all day. So yeah, let's see how they do it. Let's see how they do today. Chandler Smith starts third, and now we have some big names returning to the Truck Series that we haven't seen it in a very long time. The first of those being Jimmy Johnson driving the number 1 truck for Tricon Garage. Out of all the big names that haven't been heard in this series in a long time, Jimmy Johnson is the highest starting one of those. Starting fourth, not a bad qualifying result. He's doing double duty because he's doing the Cup race on Sunday. I wish he was doing the O'Reilly Auto Parts race to make it a triple header week, but either way, it is what it is. Can't wait to see what Jimmy does. Hope he can keep his truck out of trouble as always. It's a big race because obviously he's from Southern California, specifically from El Cajon, which is where he's from. So yeah, let's see how he does. Grant Enfinger starts fifth. Let's see, Parker Kligerman's back with Henderson Motorsports. It's nice to see them back at the track. It's been a minute since they've done a race. I think they did Daytona this year with Corey LaJoy driving, if I remember correctly. So yeah, can't wait to see what Parker Kligerman does. his last win in NASCAR did come on a left and right turning track, that being Mid-Ohio a few years ago. So can't wait to see how he does. Kaz Gralla is another name we haven't heard in a long time. He's driving the 62 for Hallmark Friesen Racing. He's somewhat good on road courses, so can't wait to see what he does today. Jamie McMurray, he hasn't made a start in the Truck Series in nearly 20 years. He's driving the Colleague Racing's All-Star 25 truck. And we also have back in the field Brendan Gaughan. Yep, that's right. He's come out of retirement to do this race, driving the number 20 South Point Hotel and Casino, the fifth truck from McAnally Hilgeman Racing. Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think any of his truck wins have come on road courses, but all I do know is his first O'Reilly Auto Parts win sure did. Road America 2014. So yeah, really happy to have Brendan Gaughan back in the field. So can't wait to see what he does. Obviously starting deep in the field, so he's got his work cut out for him. And we also got Justin Marks in the truck, in the Spire Motorsports number 77 truck. Obviously, we all saw his vicious crash in practice, so he's in the backup truck. So he's also got his work cut out for him. He hasn't made a truck start in the longest time. So let's see how he does today. His one and only NASCAR win did come on a left and right turn track as well, Mid-Ohio 10 years ago. Adam Andretti, Daniel Hemrick, Brendan Queen, and Tanner Gray are all back there. So, yeah. Anyways, it's time to get this race started. Okay, so I see you've had a pretty eventful week, emotional week, that's for sure. But yeah, at least this race weekend we'll get our minds off things in life.
The sailors and Marines in the audience today represent 250 years of fighting spirit in the United States Navy, the most powerful Navy on Earth. Let's hear it for the Navy and Marine Corps team. Just the 12-4 coming up to the podium. I checked with air operations in the tower at Naval Air Station North.
Also, I do have the voting poll up. Got my 4 picks, so make sure to go vote. Jimmy Johnson.
Start your engines.
All right, let's do this. Anyways, the 4 drivers I picked are Jimmy Johnson, Caden Honeycutt, Lane Riggs, and Kaz Gralla. Make sure to put your vote in because every vote counts.
Naval Base, Coronado. We are ready to take it on. 170 miles of NASCAR action is coming up. Ringside is next.
Who else do I have to look out for? Andre Perez is good on road courses. Ty Majeski as well. Connor Mosack, Tyler Rife. Who else? Nathan Nicholson. Minnie Tyrell. He got his first top 10 at Watkins Glen last month. Chris Wright also has experience on left and right turning tracks. Got Frankie Muniz, Austin Barco. And yep, that's pretty much it.
Your doctor says you have chronic lupus leukemia. That was a part of the story. For CLL, my doctor recommended Calplex.
Calplex is the first and only TKI to offer 2 approved all-oral chemo-free options, ongoing treatment with Calplex, or fixed-duration treatment when combined with venetoclax. Calplex can cause serious side effects which may lead to death. This includes serious infections, bleeding problems that may increase with blood thinners, decrease blood counts, new cancers including skin cancers, heart rhythm problems, and liver problems. Tell your doctor right away if you have flu-like symptoms, blood in stool or urine, faster or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, feeling pain, chest discomfort, shortness of breath, pain, dark urine, or yellowing skin. Calplex may harm an unborn baby. Ask your doctor about pregnancy and breastfeeding. These are not all the side effects of sun protection.
And action.
Ask your doctor about Calplex. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
That's rough. At least with SafeLight, you can get that fixed any way you want.
Any way you want.
Any way you want, the way you need, any way you want.
schedule a chick fix while I get my hair clipped? Yep, they can fix my glass while we fish for bass. If you want, they can recalibrate my safety features while I sit at home in my comfy pants. That one doesn't rhyme, but sure.
Get it fixed any way you want at SafeLight.com. Repairs, place.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
The new Craftsman V20 advanced batteries. More power, more runtime, more.
Wow.
Anyways, with that said, so a few things have happened. I mean, I'm not going to get into everything as far as the news of as far as NASCAR news is concerned, but one big story did come out a few days ago, and that is Jesse Love has been announced as the new driver of the number 21 Ford for Wood Brothers Racing. Yep, that pretty much shut down all the rumors that he was going to Legacy Motor Club next year. He was most likely going to get the 84 car, but it is what it is. I hope, considering Jesse Love's experience on drafting tracks, I hope he can make the 21 relevant again on drafting tracks. Because I mean, Josh Berry, his performance on drafting tracks has been not really the greatest. I mean, I don't keep track of statistics all the times, but that's just how it's been. I don't know where Josh Berry will go next year. Hey, he might go drive for Legacy next year for all we know, or go back down to the O'Reilly or Truck Series.
We're just moments away from the green flag. Well, Michael, drivers are ready for duty. Take us through the Craftsman track description.
Well, this is a fun one, Jamie. We've got 16 turns around this place. You can see 3.4 miles in length. And of the 16 turns, 10 of them are less. So that makes most of these drivers comfortable. That'll help Jamie with removing that rust, huh?
How about our track map? We had some trouble spots out there earlier today, a few of them to be exact.
Yeah, when you look at our track map here, you see turn 1, turn 2, 3, 4. All those were pretty calm today during practice, but as we got to the backside of this racetrack, and we got to turn 14, 15, and 16, those really crept into being our problem.
There's 16 turns.
Different styles of services and so many things that can happen. But right here, Justin Marks gets loose in the 14, goes all the way through 15, and slaps through the
Stuart. Oh yeah, Stuart Friesen's another driver who had issues in practice. Same with Ben Rhodes. And who's that? Connor Mosack.
A couple of these guys went out of bounds late on the back nine, and a lot of damage, a lot of back destruction. Jamie, you said it, nearly half the field is going to the rear for either a new truck or repairs.
Well, what about this guy? One of our own. He's in the field, back behind the wheel, driving for Ram in that free agent truck. The fan response, though, for Jamie McMurray has been huge. When he announced he was coming back, the fans were all about it. He chose this racetrack. I know he's been nervous, but it sure has been fun watching him. Look at all the fans. Their support of Jamie Mack. So what do you say, Kevin? Let's dial up the others nerves on.
Well, Uncle Jamie, you got a copy.
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, that's my question to you, sir. How is it going in there? We've seen all the hype from the fans and everybody excited to see you in that truck. How are you?
Oh, yeah. It's been an adventure so far. Crazy track,
Yeah.
obviously very rough. Just trying to learn it. I mean, I did all the work on the sim and iRacing, but you know, when you get into the reality, it's different. And it's a high risk, high reward track. And we had a little bit of an issue with the transition and qualifier or coming out of here.
Is his son racing in this? Or did he get rid
No,
of his son?
just him. He just brought him along.
Oh, okay.
Well, Boyer didn't set the standards very high for your finishing position needed to win this bet. Are we feeling confident that we can outdo Boyer so you don't have to ride that bull?
Feeling confident in your statement that Boyer never said expectations are very high. So, yeah, I think I can.
All right, well, we heard Carter talk about knocking that rust off. Hopefully you've knocked most of it off and can get what you want to do to have some fun. Good luck, buddy.
Sounds like he wants to see Boyer ride that mechanical bull. Well, let's take a look now at our Craftsman starting grid. On row number 1, Caden Height after his third time in his career, he'll lead the field to green.
He's a pre-race light.
They didn't do anything. They just went straight to the pre-race ceremony.
Yeah, there's no room.
Row 3, we got truck veteran Grant Newton rolling off the 5th position alongside Gio Ruggiero in his Toyota.
Take a look at the rest
See,
of
there's really no one there. That's pissing me off,
my
man.
view. It says to the rear. Ben Rhodes, one of those. Landon Lewis, the youngster, the 20-year-old. Somebody to watch today.
Coming back with the trucks.
Well, they were giving away free-race packages yesterday, Cameron. At certain skateboards around the area. The closest one was Skateboard in Oak Grove.
Back in the truck series, had a little accident in practice along with Justin Marks, Brendan Queen. A lot of trucks were the back.
Where's Mini Tyrell?
He was starting between 20th and 30th. Hello, Eric. Welcome to the stream. Starting 23rd.
What's going on there?
Yeah, it's Enzo Fittipaldi. He's the one driving that 67 car. The team is called HMD Motorsports.
No, that's not good now. No one's there. Well, look on the side, please.
Yeah, Enzo, he's the grandson of Emerson Fittipaldi.
Recent winner on a street course that happened in late February at St. Pete. They brought a brand new truck for today, but a simple setup to what they had at St. Pete, and they were the fastest at practice. But then during qualifying, they did scrape the wall.
Yes.
Just cosmetic. He told me flat out, we are the truck to beat in today's race. So look out for Lane Riggs to try and find his way to victory lane again on a street course out here today. David?
Well, Josh, a lot of teams facing adversity starting this morning in practice. It's a long list of competitors who had contact with the wall or a series of other issues. There are 4 drivers who are going to a backup truck for this race today, one of them being Tanner Gray. I had a chance to talk with him earlier, and he said, I always have faith and confidence in our trucks, whether it's a primary or a backup. But he said, for a guy who's not great at road course
There's another grandstands there.
Well, they were saying that they needed more spotters this time around, but there's these spotters everywhere on the course.
Yes.
in practice today. So a number of drivers are going to be making their way to the front from the back. Jamie?
Yes, Caitlin, you saw those drivers.
Oh my God, look at the racetrack.
Highlighted in yellow. All right, Kevin, how about our race analysis?
We've got a very long racetrack, 3.4 miles. So our race length seems short, but it's actually not. 50 laps, 170 miles, 12 laps in the first 2 stages. Final stage, the 26 laps.
Oh, yep, that was today. Yep, you're right.
Laps. So we're going to have a pit stop in that final stage that will be determined by yellow flags and all kinds of different things. So lots of strategy and things depending on when those yellows fall.
Yeah, Michael, how about our poet fuel strategy?
This is a good one. Kevin just said it's 16 to 18 laps. I talked to a couple crew chiefs. Their poet fuel strategy is to pit with about 20 to go if they can. And you're like, well, Mike, that doesn't add up. That's not enough gas. They're counting on caution laps to be able to make that extra fuel mileage and get all
The pace truck is a Dodge truck, a Dodge Ram truck.
That's our fuel strategy sponsored by Zero Carbon Bio.
All right, I think the lights are out atop the pace car, so or the pace truck, I should say. So that means we are ready to get things underway.
2011 with over 25 million miles raced. You see the fuel can there, guys. We are going to be pitting reverse from what we normally see on ovals. We only see this at Watkins Glen, so another spot for perhaps some mistakes.
Well, it's definitely a little bit different for the pit crew members, but that's okay. They'll figure it out. Once they practice that during the week, it's no problem.
Hey, everything else today is different, so
That's
why
right.
not? Well, the weather, as you can see, we don't even need the
Oh
full
my God, look at
forecast.
that.
72 and sunny, like they always say, San Diego is. Couldn't ask for a better day. A
Oh,
little bit of wind, you
beautiful.
see it there, 10 to 14 miles per hour, but absolutely gorgeous, and this is what we expect all weekend long.
I just look out and I'm constantly in awe of what we're doing, what we're seeing. The weather's perfect, the fans, the sailors. It's just a celebration.
Yeah, 72 degrees. That's not bad down there. Well, they're obviously by the ocean, so obviously the weather's gonna be a lot cooler. Rumblebee, okay. All right, pace truck heads to pit road. Here we go. Let's get this thing underway. Green flag is out, and the first NASCAR race at Naval Base Coronado is green.
Choice right now but to run in that dirty lane to clean it up. You can see all the dust flying as they head down toward turn 1 and 2. Something is fine. You're going to see that all day long. These trucks are perfect lane.
Okay, this guy's in my corner.
Well, since we have practice and qualifying for the truckers, the O'Reilly series was on, and so was the Cup Cars.
All right. The front row starters are side by side for the top spot.
Straightaway here, a lot of speed down this back straightaway. You see how rough it is. A lot of speed heading into turn 6, a sharp right-hander.
We've been talking about these two jumpers in the front all season, swapping the points lead right now. Lane race right there, the 34 is on the right there. He won the street race at St. Pete, but our last road course winner was the guy leading right now, Watkins Glen. That's Kane Honeycutt.
And in third place, the 7-time champion, Jimmy Johnson is on the gas, up to third early. This has got to feel great for Jimmy to be out there and be that fast. And that's why you see it, right? He grew up around this area.
Go trackside Allen, welcome to the live stream. Hello, Connor, welcome.
All both practices today, the few laps that we had in practice too, the qualifying session, and now you see him with that track position up front. And I predict that he will get better and better as the race goes on, as he gets more comfortable. That's bad news for the competition as we swing through turns 12 and away and B. They're working our way back toward the front straightaway.
I caught neither of them. I underestimated the thinking of the. Yeah, I thought that BNSF manifest with the 2 CMs was going to tie it down at Duffy overnight. I was dead wrong. And my month of June's been abysmal. I'm going to change that tomorrow. Anyways, clean first lap for the trucks.
Look at all the different track surfaces these drivers are dealing with. They got new concrete, old concrete, new asphalt, old asphalt. Normal streets are definitely not going 25 miles an hour.
We got train tracks around here. That's right. There's a lot going on out there, Jamie.
And do you hear that? The train got somewhere there too.
Yeah, they're probably a part of the base that's like off screen, I think.
What a backdrop for a racetrack.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Race is a little bit better than paper right now. We heard Lane talking earlier today. He said we've got the best racetrack, and he's putting a lot of pressure on our leader here. This is cool. Check out his feet. Watch his hands and feet. He's going crazy in that movement. Yeah, watch his head too. And you'll be able to tell just how rough this racetrack is. Since we're on board with our Ford Racing camera here.
Also, with how short these stages are, I have a feeling we're gonna see pit stops like before the end of these stages, like so they can like play a different strategy because know at tracks like from what I've seen at tracks like Road America, Montreal, that they have a tendency like to pit at certain times, especially at Road America when they introduced stage racing, drivers would make pit stops with like 4 or 3 laps to go in the stages.
He's got to modulate. He's got to work it. And we'll even see trucks coming off the corner, going straight, and leaving rubber behind where the bigger tires are spinning. And you have control of this race. Anything that you can do to take advantage of your truck's speed at this point to be able to get the lead and try to control the race. Because there is going to be some fall off. There's going to be some tire fall off. We saw a lot of tire wear as they go back down onto the front straightaway. Across the start finish line. So if you have the capability to pass that 11 truck up in,
you done with her coffee?
that as soon as you can in order to set the pace, get the clean air on the brakes on the front of the truck.
Into the inside, crossover.
Aggressive driving, you nailed it, Kevin. Him wanting that lead, wanting to take control of this race. I think he's going to be able to pull away.
Yeah, I think it takes like about 2 minutes and 18 seconds to get around this whole course.
Yeah, the more these guys race, the less Jimmy is going to have to do to keep up. Now that Lane has got that track position and the lead.
Yeah, speaking of David Land, when you were watching the IndyCar race at Gateway, I'm pretty sure you saw him in the background during the rain delay that they had towards the latter end of the race, because I sure was able to spot him. I posted on Twitter David Land's sighting on IndyCars on Fox footage, and he, surprisingly enough, he acknowledged my tweet, which is impressive. Yeah, I figured he would be there for Indy NXT in the IndyCar race, IndyCar series. I did watch practice for the Indy NXT and IndyCar series. I saw an Indy NXT practice. I think I saw at least 1 or 2 drivers like take flight during the race. They like hit a bump a certain way, and when they do, they have a tendency to get a little bit of air. I think the 15 car got air.
Each other's driving style. A lot of times they know their strengths and their weaknesses. As you see it here, how the season has been shaping up. I mean, neck and neck, except for Wayne Riggs. He's been able to win 3 different times. Honeycutt got his first career win a few
Adam Andretti.
It's close in the standings, but it's those extra wins for Wayne Riggs. 26
See, you'll be on vacation in Greenville, South Carolina. Oh, got a truck stalled. It's the 26 of Dawson Sutton. There's the 76 of Nathan Nicholson.
He's a road racer. Talked to Nathan yesterday. Very optimistic about his chances. He's been really fast when he goes road racing in Spencer Boyd's truck.
First time South Carolina. Okay.
Is that what happened? Let's see what happened right here. See the 76 dive in the corner, gets loose, gets into the back of Dawson Sutton, just lost control of that truck, getting in to that corner. Synchronized spinning there. I guess Nicholson was able to keep his engine running. He drove away.
But there you go. Oops. Caution's out.
Well, Lane Riggs and Kate Honeycutt can take a little breather.
And so can we. What a start.
Great start.
I don't think that's remembered to happen. I think that's the first time you've told me about. Yeah, I think it's the first time you've told me that.
Bipolar one can overwhelm.
Oh, okay. So you drove past the.
Lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion.
Also, the Truck Series field took a class photo inside one of the hangars. The whole Truck Series field.
My name is Daniel. I've been barista for 8 years.
There were supposed to be like 36 trucks in this field, but when I looked at the entry list, it looked like the 56 of Timmy Hill withdrew. So we have explains the 35 entries. And another thing there's another thing you'll notice about this truck, about the truck and O'Reilly Auto Parts entry list for this weekend, is the fact that there are no cup guys in any of those. And to be honest, and I'm just going to say this right now, that's perfectly fine because what?
Finds Advil, that's strong support. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. It's Coronado! Every goal starts with an assist.
250 years for the Navy, established in October of 1775. This old footage, incredible what those sailors did. Naval Base, Coronado.
Just the history, the energy around this event, being here on the naval base, the sailors. Jamie, we were out on that ship last night. You just can't really put into words.
See, there's that temporary grandstand there.
Of this event.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there isn't, and we've talked about this before, there's not any other sport that celebrates our military like NASCAR does. And to see NASCAR and the Navy and the whole base here come together to put this event on. I know it took a couple years to put all this into place, but you see a lot of smiling faces, whether it's in the garage or all those sailors sitting there watching this race. This is so out of the ordinary to do something like this.
That ship is way out there.
Into this racetrack, it's just been an unbelievable experience, and that says it all right there. This isn't just a race, it's a mission.
Well, this base right here opened in 1917. They've never seen anything like this take over on their base, and it's been so fun to watch the reaction. Well, Amanda is standing by with a very special guest. What's his reaction to all of this?
Oh yeah, and our 3-time funny car champion at the National Hot Rod Association has a big smile on his face too, hanging out with his top hill driver, Maddie Gordon, as well. And Ron, this is like a home race for you in your backyard. How are you enjoying the off weekend?
Well, this is great. Maddie flew down. I picked her up this morning, and she'd never been to a NASCAR race. So, hanging out with all the guys, Daniel Hammer, tuning them in. Maddie's getting her first taste on the pit box, so it's a lot of fun. I cannot believe the atmosphere here. This is incredible, as you know. But it's a lot of NHRA fans here as well. So, FS1, Fox, we love you guys.
Thank you to Ron Capps. Jamie, it's an anniversary year for the National Hot Rod Association as well, celebrating 75 years.
Maddie, I'm told that is the future, so good luck to her. Glad to see them here, and Ron Capps, Southern California guy, bringing in new race fans.
A lot of energy there. We talk about how fun it is to be on the base. You go to the NHRA race or watch it on FS1, Capps is on the gas and just a great guy that really loves what he gets to do.
On that ship, there isn't a bad seat.
No.
Brought in the grandstands, they're standing on all levels of it.
Yeah, but you think we're going to see any action on pit road? I hear talk in the garage area. Some of these teams.
Yeah, it's like they're going to find
before
any
the end
place
of
on the
first
ship
stage
to
try
get a view of
flip
the track.
stage, if you will. It's a little early, but there's so many trucks that are in the back because of repairs. If you need work, this is a great opportunity to do it.
Yeah, well, adjust on your truck, and then a bare minimum, just keep it full of fuel. If you have to take full of fuel, it gives you more options as you go down the road. As we look at being at the beginning part of this race, and
The too cold camera or
you just want to create
That's
more options
right.
for yourself. So if you're in the back, why not just get the strategy mixed up and come to pit road and see what happens with the next caution, because you might be able to flip them right after that.
There's the entrance to pit road. You can see most of our front runners, as we expected, are bypassing the trip to the right. But I think some of the guys in the back will take this opportunity to work on their trucks.
Just 4 laps in here. All right, we have some takers from mid-pack. The 81 and Chris Wright. Some other takers.
I like
Yeah, they listen to you guys.
All right, two of the McAnally trucks are coming in. Chris Wright, Christian Eckes, and Gio Ruggiero.
all the moving parts and pieces. Just do something different than the competition and give yourself an opportunity to gain track position that way.
Caitlin, looks like some fuel-only options.
Yeah, and Michael, you were talking about teams that are mired in the back. One of them is Gio Ruggiero. He had that damage on the left side from qualifying, so I just talked to his crew chief, Jeff Sakowitz. He said, Gio telling us the brakes aren't as good as they were earlier, so he said, we've just been stuck in traffic, so they are one of the ones electing to pit, Jamie.
Yes, there's some tires there, 4 tires all around for Gio Ruggiero.
Yeah, when you're stuck in traffic, the airflow doesn't get to the brakes quite as good as it does normally, and you're using them harder because of all the trucks you're trying to maneuver around. So that's not unexpected.
All right, so 4 laps in. First caution. And what a beautiful backdrop here at Coronado Island, just across the bridge, downtown San Diego. Picture perfect.
Yeah, that's those shots.
So much more racing action to come.
Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with Ingrezza.
#1 prescribed Ingrezza reduced TD movements by greater than 10 times, with most seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden potentially fatal swelling and eyes.
So you know how you gave me that rice yesterday?
Ingrezza affects you before offering
It has like, it feels a little sticky in one way or the other. Well, when I ate some yesterday, I think a piece of rice got stuck in my throat overnight, and I was feeling it. Well, I was able to cough it back up and spit it out. Like when something gets stuck in your throat, the mucous membranes will like cover it up to protect it. Just like how if a baby swallows a battery, the mucous membranes will like cover, like covering a sticky mucus substance, and it'll tickle it enough just to cough it up. Yeah, when I went to the Chevron over there, I came across a dead snake. It was another non-venomous gopher snake.
Boy, you're talking to my old spice, not you. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
The new Craftsman V20 advanced batteries. More power, more runtime, more.
Wow.
They say tennis is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Dear they, Dad?
My bad!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series live from San Diego. The USS Carl Vinson The Navy, that's why the joint party last night, over 600 people just mingling about. So proud of everything that everybody has done to come together. Michael, I know you were in awe of what we saw.
Yeah, and this truck race has been something we've anticipated for, we've been hearing about it for a couple of years, and being here and seeing these guys mixing it up, great racing up front, this is all you go hope for.
All right, caution and come out. Lane Briggs was leading.
All right, pace car heads the pit road. A pace truck heads the pit road. And here we go. Back to green.
Stay right with Lane Briggs. We're in a neutral right-hand corner right here. You see all the dirt still flying in the air from that line. That's not the preferred line down the straightaway. Look at those trucks coming off the ground and wheeling on each other.
Now, damn, look at Jimmy Johnson look to the inside.
Taylor Smith got around Jimmy on this initial restart here. Hold on. We expect him to grab up there and be with Dave and Lane. That's where he's been all year long. He's on his way there. Jimmy Johnson says, not so quick, though. That number one truck is fast today.
This has got to be so much fun for Jimmy Johnson. And by the way, he's running the Cup car as well, so we got some extra laps in it. Look at that battle for third, side by side. Jimmy Johnson, Bill Wiley's seven-time veteran, Chandler Smith.
How cool is this for Chandler Smith? He's racing with Jimmy Johnson of all people. He's one of the greatest ever to do this, and Chandler's right there, door to door with JJ.
And Jimmy gets this one.
Oh. Wow. Wow, Ty Majeski, what a save. Wow. Wow, what a save.
Truck, great effort so far.
Andres Perez in that 44, great qualifying effort. He's hanging right there as well. As you can see, Connor Lozak in the 7, squeezing in way ahead with Joy. Just tight racing here, just inside the top 10. And you see that mid pack right there, just pure chaos, but 2 and 3 wide, all the way back through that field as you go back from about 8th place on back. And then doing a little damage in qualifying. He's doing a nice job here early. When you rate a lot in the front, that reminds me of where I spent most of my career, back there on that pass. It's crazy in the back. It really is. And I hear people talking about likelihood of life all the time back in the middle of the pack. You have to race harder in the middle of the pack. And you wind up using up more truck. You wind up with more damage. You take more chances.
Here's the 77 and Justin Marks.
Towards the front of that pack, but it is tough racing when you're in the middle of the pack like this.
There's great racing throughout. There's the 77 for Justin Marks, guys. That backup truck, he saw that huge hit earlier. He even selected a camera. I was a little sore, but he's in that backup truck turning its first laps here.
He's got some great speed.
Someone hit the wall.
No foul. I thought that 52 was going to get into the back with Jamie McMurray right there under that brake zone.
It's wild how different some of these trucks look. When we saw them unload, completely different wraps because they are, of course, backup trucks.
Old Butcher in that red truck there trying to gain another spot as that battle for third has been settled. But Jimmy Johnson taking the spot. He's driving away from Chandler Smith.
And Lane Briggs is pulled away by a second over Jamie Heisel. That's the biggest
You want to talk about that, Lane?
No, it's just Starburst.
Brandon Lewis, the 20-year-old back there in the 45. He'll be in this truck now throughout the rest of the season. Now the Ross Chastain's races are complete. Kevin, I know you worked with this youngster. And the damage earlier, you showed me a picture. He was actually working on the truck himself.
Yeah, he's actually a really good mechanic, fabricator, knows everything about the truck. So he was fixing his mess up there in the garage earlier. What about Adam Andretti? Ran one lap and put it in the wall. They put the 13th spot already. We know he's a great road racer. He's making some good moves early. Now you see Justin Haley right there in that pickup truck going through the chicane. These trucks are racing right around the 20th position. I said that car was actually 12 feet, Michael. Hey, I still get a couple of the shootouts moved up. That one has a number. Well, the second half is very tight. I mean, there's some big sweeping corners as well, but this one action picks up when you come into the chicane. I mean, you really have no choice but to be single file at this point. You see how narrow it is as you enter that chicane. As you go through there, it gets a little bit longer, but that entry is super narrow. So going back to the lead right here, Lane Riggs is just cruising along out front. He and Kate Honeycutt. Now, I'm going to look for some strategy here, Jamie. It seems like some of the guys in the pits that are on lap 9, they might come to pit road for service, flip the stage, if you will. So don't be surprised if you see some people decide to take this opportunity. We talked earlier, Kevin, mix some things up, change things up to try to get some track position. We'll see who takes that option and tries to flip this stage. You're not going to beat the front guys if you just stay on the same strategy. So if you can catch a lucky break and get the cautions to time right, or somebody, these guys stay out on both tires or try to clear the stage and stay out, then you have some of the trucks that are going to do the opposite so that they can try to jump when the stage ends and everybody else has to pit. So we'll see what happens. A lot of options as we get towards the end of the stage. Also going to be zero in on this fuel mileage as these teams pit. They'll figure out where they're at exactly in the race conditions. A lot going on here early.
This is a great battle right here, Michael. 14, Tyler Wright from Las Vegas, Corey LaJoy in the 10. Corey, we heard from him earlier. He's like, I don't know what quarter number is what, but I am having fun. I cannot believe we're racing here.
Well, it made me feel a lot better because
There's those grandstands too, but they're empty for now.
Corey said that. I was like, well, I don't feel so bad. You're driving, bud. Great racing as these guys are twisting and turning through this naval base. There's LaJoy in that blue ram. Right against Tyler Wright, 42.
Michael, I'm hearing a couple of trucks are planning to pit. Took the stage, the 75 Parker Clearman, the 88.
You're talking about Corey LaJoy, Parker Clearman.
I knew it.
Just there's so much static about this truck and the speed that it has into the 75. And then he's on TV talking about what's going on there as well. So when you're a racer, you get to know all this stuff. It's just special.
So fun to hear from him too, and just his perspective. He's part-time, obviously, in this series, but he's doing it with the little team, Anderson Motorsports. He's won with them. He's won on a road course, and certainly looking for another few starts as we see him.
All right, guys are coming in. Parker Kligerman, Ty Majeski are in. Seven is also in. Five, 13, 14 are in. See, this is what the pit road looks like. It's like Watkins Glen, depending on the opposite stuff.
They're lucky that it's under green and it wasn't under caution because they're going to lose less spots than they would have if it was under that caution. See the 13 truck there, Cole Butcher take advantage of this.
Of course, Mini Tyrell's going to be the last one off pit.
He's ready in the 5, him as well.
Connor Mozak.
And the other thing to think about is, like we talked earlier with the fuel can, right? But these pit stops are back, yes, in the way that they normally perform them. So it can be a little bit difficult to be as smooth as you normally would be with the truck going the right direction on the home ovals and the way that we normally pit these pit stops. Lane's got things under control, but one slip, you can see Honeycutt's running just maybe a couple tenths of lap time off of Lane, so a lot of speed still in the 11. And Kevin, what I love, these guys are experienced. They understand what they need to go faster. They're going to report to their crew chief what's wrong with the truck. How can you make it faster for me? That's where communication and that situation of driver, crew chief, knowing each other's tendencies really comes in handy. Yeah, and the other thing about being up front like these two guys are right now, I know that Dave wants to be up there leading the race.
Yeah, 2 to go. Pits are now closed.
The clean air on the tires and the brakes and everything that goes with being first, but you also get to set your pace and not try not to spin the tires. Take care of the tires. Oh, I can see that whole truck jump off the track right there, going down into turn 2. I gotta tell you, I'm old, but when I see that, it makes me want to own one of those trucks. That just looks fun to me. Let's jump some bumps. Let's make some lefts and rights and have a good time. But it's kind of the opposite for me, Mike, because when I've done that and jumped those cars like on the street courses and stuff, it's pretty jarring on your back. So this is a pretty good jump right here. Look at that, all 4 tires.
Dang, you wasn't truck back from
That is awesome.
We were watching or looking at videos and pictures before we came on the air, and they had so many of these shots. Photographers know where to be. The best spots to get that airtime. Nice battle here from Perez. Tyler Ingram trying to pick up that spot.
Yeah, good speed. That's a powerful stick. So Ingram in the 18 got that thing rolling today.
Perez, one happy driver today from Mexico City, Mexico. Watched the World Cup and watched Mexico win last night right here in San Diego. He's watching with a bunch of friends and family. He now had a great qualifying effort. Almost destroyed the truck, but he was able to hang on.
A lot of watch parties here.
And he's watching his rearview mirror right now. 99 Ben Rhodes trying to pick up the spot with Perez as well for 7.
He's got good speed early. We'll keep our eye on him. So Jamie McMurray, he's got a lot of clear track in front of him right now. He's running 18th, just logging laps. And I think as Jamie runs, he's just wanting to get more and more comfortable. You can tell how uncomfortable he was when we started practice, just trying to get up to speed. Probably, I don't know that he's ever raced on a street course, to be perfectly honest with you. So it can be very intimidating, and it's no joke racing against these guys that do this on a weekly basis. To get that last couple of tenths out of the truck and be comfortable sliding it around and doing all the things that you need to do on oval is one thing, but on a street course where the mistakes, as we saw with all 16 of those trucks that had to go to the back of the field. You see Gio Rochero.
All right, final lap, stage 1.
But Jamie still working on getting up to speed, doing the things that he needs to do to just get better every lap. And I think a lot of that, and he knows this as well as anybody, just finish the race. If you can finish the race and be there by the time that stage 3 rolls around with the truck's still rolling, you'll at least be in the mix. You know, that's what I tell folks all the time that tune in to watch a truck race. How good are these truckers? 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson, he can't match the pace of Lane Riggs, Peyton Hennigan. Jamie Murray's won major crown jewel races, and he's running outside the top 15. That's how good our regular truckers are.
Look at Lane Riggs out front, guys. He's extended that lead by over 4.5 seconds. He is on rails. Let's check in with Caitlin.
Yeah, guys, just one thing to be mindful of, noticing some cording here on the right tire that just came off of the Connor Mozak truck.
Yeah, we were worried about that, Jamie. Talked to some of the crew chiefs. They said they thought that would improve, but you can see there's the cording Kayla was speaking of. That could have to do with setup a little bit too, couldn't it, Kevin? Yeah, and we saw some of this across the other series as well with some of the cording. That one's in a specific spot though, so could also be a wheel lockup that caused that cording. But we know that there's going to be some tire wear. We don't know exactly how long these tires are going to last because of the fact that we didn't get a lot of practice. So most laps that we saw was 11 or 12 laps, even in that first session when it was broke up a little bit. So we haven't seen consecutive laps run like we're seeing right now for most of these trucks. Leaving turn 12 area. You can see how he's opened it up there versus Caden, and Jimmy Johnson's closing in on Caden.
Final lap of stage 1, guys. Lane Riggs is just cruising 5.5 seconds out front. Couple more turns. We'll see the green and white checkered flag in the air.
All right, green and white checkered flag. Stage 1 winner, Lane Riggs.
His second on a road course. He's figured out that road course race.
He has done a very good job.
Well done.
All right, your stage 1 results are Lane Riggs, Caden Honeycutt, Jimmy Johnson, Chandler Smith, Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, Ben Rhodes, and the Nice Motorsports teammates of Andre Perez, Landon Lewis, and Tyler Reif round out the top 10 in this first stage. Surprised the 4 of Nice Motorsports is not in this race.
The 2026 FIFA World Cup tomorrow at Newcastle Falls. Chase Chevrolet, red, white, and true names. Naval plated accessories at no hidden cost. 45 Silverados at their best prices of the year. 99 Chevrolet. Lost me drivers for you. Chase Chevrolet. On into it.
Is this a regulation size bat?
Yes, but your hands are so big. Uh-oh. Xfinity's in the mobile game.
Well, mobiles are thinner. Got 5G.
Well, they got it too. And with 22 hotspot, it's basically your home Wi-Fi, but not at home.
Love hotspots. Valet, bottle service, jack boots at the door. Run this up the flagpole. Let's go to the club.
If you ever get in,
You stay in the car?
Can I crack the window?
Sorry.
Switch to Xfinity Mobile and cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try it free for a year.
and Chase Chevrolet, red, white, and true names.
We never charge you for work you don't need. We don't just service Chevrolet. We service all GM models.
99 Chevrolet, Lost me drivers with you.
Chase Chevrolet. Don't know what to do. Well, we built this thing.
Sometimes it feels like schizophrenia decides who you could be. So it may be time for a different conversation. Ask your doctor about Cobenfy, a twice daily pill for schizophrenia. Cobenfy is the first and only treatment of its kind, and delivered improvement in schizophrenia symptoms overall. Plus, in clinical studies, most people saw no substantial weight gain.
Don't take an allergic to Cobenfy. Have trouble emptying your bladder or stomach, certain liver problems, or untreated narrow angle glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you.
Imagine what it could be. Cobenfy.
Imagine what it could be. Cobenfy.
Well, we're joined in the booth by a very special guest, Captain Lauren Jacoby, Naval Base Coronado commanding officer. There he is with his beautiful family, promoted to captain by his own father. Relieved Captain Montero Custodia's commanding officer in 2025, and I'm told I'm to call you by your call name, Wookie. Where did Wookie come from?
That's right. So, so aviators, right? Call signs are real.
Yes.
Do something silly that you do, or maybe something you don't like about yourself. So,
To knock you down a couple notches or
that's
something?
right. So maybe we'll get together in the IBAR sometime and I'll tell you about my call sign.
The iBar. We've heard about this place. It's so great to have you here. And I understand you oversee everything. So first off, when did this all come about? How did this come about, NASCAR being here?
Yeah, so it was 2 years ago when NASCAR approached the Navy and they said, hey, we want to partner with you in order to celebrate the Navy's 250th birthday. We can tell that story in a new and exciting way. So a lot of work kind of went into that because one thing we said up front was we weren't going to impact military readiness, right? So we have to make sure all these plans don't impact our ability to deploy, right? And do that combat mission that the Navy does every day. So it took us about 2 years to get there, and man, we're excited to be here.
Logistics, right?
What has this been like for the sailors? Because since I have drove onto the island and came to the racetrack today, the enthusiasm is through the roof. What has it been like for your sailors to have NASCAR here on the base? Oh yeah, they are really excited. It's been a lot of build-up, so I think there are a lot of questions, right? How are we going to be able to integrate this, and traffic and getting to our jobs, and how is this track brought right to the base? I think there was a little bit of trepidation, right, at first. Those historic double dome hangars that we see out there, near and dear to my heart. I was the commanding officer of 2 of those squadrons there, and those sailors have to work in those hangars, and so it was a lot of work to get there. But then as they saw it really coming through and coming to fruition, tons of excitement. They see this race for us, really emerge and really work.
Okay, we're going to ask you to stay here for another second. Pit road is open there. Let's head to Joshua.
Let's start with the stage 1 winner, Lane Reeves. Team told him the only place he's really getting beat right now is at turn 5. Let him know what they need to be better. Turn 4 comes in the 34.
Well, Josh, taking a look at the 45 of Landon Lewis. Just checked in with the team. The crew chief Joe Gold just telling me he's lacking a little forward drive. They're going to go ahead and make an air pressure adjustment for him.
Lots of adjustments all around. New tires filled up with fuel. We're ready to go for stage number 2. You see Honeycutt stayed out, Lane Riggs on top. So the captain will stay with us for one more segment, so we will step aside. We have so many questions, so we'll certainly dive into how all of this came to be at Naval Base, Coronado. An exciting day for our military and NASCAR.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. Tremfya can help with remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years. Have visible repair of the intestinal lining. And serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
The FIFA World Cup is back, America, so jump off the bandwagon! Who cares? Just pick another team! Bandwagon coming through!
Winning 1K is easy. Just turn the key for a G. Take a test drive at any Roseville Auto Mall dealerships and be entered to win $1,000. With 21 top brands, award-winning dealerships, top deals, and the largest selection in Northern California, you are sure to find the perfect ride. The Roseville Auto Mall is giving away $1,000 cash every day now through June 28th. Turn the key, take the drive, win a G. Only at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Chevy Silverado drivers will do a lot in the next 5 years. For their families, for their communities. There's one thing they won't pay interest on their new truck. Just announced, for a limited time, get 0% financing for 5 years on all 2026 Silverado 1500 models. Take on new adventures, make new memories, and leave the interest behind. See more in Northern California Chevy.
And we welcome you back to San Diego. That view right there, just incredible. The USS Carl Vinson, the backdrop of our racetrack here for NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. And we continue here with the captain and Wookie. It is. This is so much fun to have you. So I know Michael has another question for you about how all this came to be.
I just love this racetrack. Kevin and I were joking about the jumps in the house. It didn't just pop up out of the ground. What all went in the building?
Yeah, was this caution?
Yes. End of stage 1.
Huh?
End of stage 1.
Who won?
Lane Riggs.
Or doing Johnson
Third.
Young sailors, right, to gain experience, and our supervisors, they're going to get experience too. So they volunteer to kind of help in construct the track, and it's been really great to see the experts from NASCAR.
Also, James Hinchcliffe shaved his beard too.
What's it been like today, just hearing those engines roll to life for the first time, and just seeing all the sailors and their families out here? What's been the reaction?
All right, we're gonna have Jimmy on the front row now.
It's a place that I just have such a strong connection with. You know, I've flown out of here. You know, worked out of here for so long. I live on the interface Coronado as well. So it's really a little bit overwhelming for me, and just that opportunity to tell the story to about the movie 615 birthdays.
Bring us to the green.
All right, time for stage 2. Here we go.
Jimmy Johnson on the front row. Restart.
Back to green.
Captain Jacoby, Wookie, thank you so much for all that you've done.
Come on, Jimmy.
Possible. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. I don't know if we're coming back, but I sure hope we do.
Thanks so much.
With Justin Haley in the top 5. Okay. How's about time when these Dodges drivers make headway? He's 34. Oh, he's 15. Damn, we're about to go 4 wide.
Take advantage of somebody making a mistake, a lane getting checked up, and like you said, Mike, this is not going to get less aggressive as we go throughout the day.
So the top 15 stayed out there. The top 5 have yet to pit today. Hey, Honeycutt, back up.
I can see the trucks bobbing up and down, indicating that they're hitting the bumps. Casbrell up to 5th.
Good run with the 34 right there. We've got to make a couple adjustments maybe we can, but we're not going to do the same thing. And I feel like it's safer to do our own race and see where we end up. So hopefully we'll play.
Quickly, where are you on fuel?
I don't really want to tell you, but we'll be good here in probably another 10 laps.
Thank you, Amanda. What do you guys think of that strategy there?
I love it. Look, if you don't think you can beat them head to head, you want to try to put yourself in a position where you can put them in the middle of the pack and try to put them in a bad spot to get their truck torn up or whatever the case is. And when you have the track position, you're in a spot to where you're in less trouble because of the traffic and all the things that are happening around you. But I think when you run those caution laps, really only got to run 1 lap right here. By the time the caution laps are over, so it's not a long ways outside of your fuel window from flipping that last stage to have the track position when you start that 3rd stage. He was really fast. He's on a different strategy. He was able to pit early under that caution. He has fresher tires, and he's the first truck with those fresher tires, and he is rolling.
Truck around.
Yeah, he's either gotten into the wall or there's another truck with damage.
Yeah, we saw that.
Ben Rose has been damaged.
Of course, you think that you got
Oh.
him already.
Who?
I will.
No, he was cremated. He was cremated. I don't think they buried him. I think they took the ashes with him. No, the family kept the ashes in their home. Damn, Jimmy Johnson almost got the.
Up to 10 on his strategy. Jimmy Johnson looking up at King Honeycutt leading the race. This whole strategy is pretty fascinating, in my opinion. Going back to Scott Billy's call right there to lead Cape on the racetrack, that shows you that they know that 34 truck has them on pace, and I think this strategy works out for them, and everybody winds up pitting here at the end of this stage to make sure. I mean, we know they're going to have to pit stage 3, so this is a brilliant strategy if it plays out the way that I think it's going to. Well, we talked about maybe running 10 more laps as you see the damage truck of Mozart on pit road. The team looking it over, I think they're deciding there's a lot of damage to that left front. And the damage comes after the spin, goes around there, and was just outside of the groove. And right there, someone came through and clipped him. Whoa, looks like Clear might have gotten into the back of that second truck flying around right there.
So timing and scoring is having a problem, an issue. So it's Honeycutt obviously out front, Jimmy Johnson just behind him. Another down now. Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, Caden just locked it up. Jimmy Johnson to the lead here at San Diego. Here we go. Well, First time I've seen that all week. Well, it was only a matter of time before someone did that.
Also starts to lose that braking capability, and those tires start to have less grip in the front. But both those front tires on that truck as he went off into the corner. Are you believing this? I mean, we talked about how spectacular this event is and how happy we are to be here. And now, 7-time champion Jimmy Johnson is leading the race.
You can call this his home track. 19 miles away from here in El Cajon.
Okay, so that's how far they are from far as between San Diego and El Cajon.
To his local region, as soon as they announced this, guys, he went to work and made this deal happen with Tricon Garage. Look at that, 19 miles to be exact. Now here he is, 50 years old, a 7-time Cup champion. And he's leading in his second ever Race Series race.
He's going to work really quickly. I know he's been driving the Cup car some and helping everybody in Legacy trying to get everything sorted out to be where they want to be from the competition side. He's going to learn really quickly. Truck racing is pretty fun. And if being able to be competitive in this truck up to the front of this field is something that he's going to remember. He's going to say, hey, you know what? Truck race was pretty fun. Let's go do another one.
I hope he does, because this is just amazing. This Hall of Fame legend racing the trucks and getting the lead here.
Last time Jimmy Johnson led was in Phoenix in a Cup car in 2020 when he retired.
Honeycutt's hanging on back there, Kevin, in third.
Halfway through stage number 2, airtime, and this is the moment. Jimmy Johnson makes the pass after Honeycutt locks him up. Johnson out front.
Since the dawn of America, we've craved
Pretty dang fast. If he's not, go faster.
Southward. We built bigger machines.
Speed rings, baby. I need more speed.
Then, a new kind of speed.
This is killer. We should make a
What about Matt Larson?
Oh, it's Justin Marks.
In a commercial?
Yeah. Yeah, Justin Marks has damage.
We know whether you grill with charcoal, gas, pellet, or grill. We've got the perfect grill for you. Because in your local race, it's all the best brands in one place. Like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson's the oldest driver in the field.
Grilling extras around the block. What you need in stock. With service so good, it's guaranteed. This weekend, buy a 5-gallon bucket and get 20% off almost anything that fits inside.
Don't know about you, Eric, but I've been hearing rumors that Felix Rosenquist might be moving on from Meyer Shank after this year. Like, really, they're really going to sit here and tell us that after everything they've done this year, they decide to move him? Well, if they're going to move him, I hope they at least send him to a team that's race-winning contenders, I hope. He could go back to Ganassi for all we know, but that's not going to happen.
Choose from curated classics for $5, satisfying delicacies for $7, or discover
Also, the guys on Adam Alexander, Dale Jr., Steve Letarte, they're calling the Cup race on Sunday from inside the aircraft carrier. Which is pretty cool.
Naval Base Coronado, where Jimmy Johnson is leading the field, trying to hold off a hard-charging Chandler Smith. You have seen it all right here. He's hanging on, though.
Jimmy Chandler right there.
Damn, Chandler Smith is on his bump.
Laid up 2 or 3 car lengths under braking. Jimmy able to get off the corner pretty good. Make up a couple of those, but it looks like Chandler's a little bit better right now, Mike.
He's just week in, week out, one of the best trucks on the racetrack, and that thing has gotten better and better as the days gone on. Remember, these cats haven't been to pit road. It's got to begin to be about time.
Guys, one driver out of the field after contact. Corey LaJoy, he's with Josh.
That's right, JB. End of the day comes too early for you. We see the damage on the right side of the truck. What happened out there? I don't know. I mean, we're in the middle of the
Corey LaJoy's done for the day.
Trying to get some positions back. We didn't flip the stage there. I'm not sure why, but we got back in the hornet's nest, and you're just trying to fill asphalt. You know, even if it's a right move or the wrong move. I rolled in kind of driver's left through the chicane there, and somebody would stop. And I was first I knew about it was when I was looking right in front of Mozak's eyes. So too little, too late. You know, we just can't catch a break with this smoke already.
And it looks like Jimmy Johnson's going to make his first pit stop of the day.
It's unfortunate, but we're making steps in the right direction. This track's incredible. The naval base is incredible. Hey, it's hard. Hey, early, but it's still going to be a fantastic weekend here for Saturday and Sunday. Thanks. End of the day for Corey LaJoy.
So Corey's out of the race, and the leader, Jimmy Johnson, on pit road for the first time. Good service. 4 tires, filtered up, fuel.
Jimmy did perfect there, too, Kevin. You saw him stop right in his box. That's a big one. That gets the whole
Justin Haley's in.
Your job as a driver, we talked about hitting backwards, if you will, coming in from the other direction. He did his job, and the team jumped over and had a great pit stop.
So that turns the lead over to Chandler Smith for the first time today. Kate Honeycutt just behind him. Both of those drivers have yet to pit. And you see Justin Marks, the backup truck here, and a lot of damage, guys.
Yeah, that one is done for the day. See what happened right here. Same thing that we've seen all day.
It must have been earlier.
Off that corner, it seems like if you lose a little bit of traction and you get high, it just skates right out into the wall.
Yeah, and you know that damage on the splitter on the left front right there was already there. That splitter was bit damaged as he got into 16, and then as he exited 16, kind of finished it off there. So there was already some damage to the splitter, but definitely ended the day by the
Parker Kligerman's up to 3rd place.
Justin's going to be on the opposite end of the spectrum. He's had a rough day today with the 2 wrecks and finishing that one off today.
2 Cup Series owners racing in the Truck Series.
Put Lane Riggs into the top 5 with that moving around the jet ski in that bright yellow number 88.
Lane Riggs has the newest tires. Hit it on lap 13. That should be up to 4.
Parker Kligerman uses his strategy, raised his weight just ahead of Lane there. Number 75 truck.
One thing that's really changed for these guys from practice to where they're at right now is we see Chandler Smith on the road.
38's in. Same with the 11.
Chandler is coming your way.
It's going to handle lead the Parker Kligerman. What?
Truck is really good on the long run. It's going to be 4 tires and fuel for the 38.
Shouldn't be tight. What do you want me to do?
Just insert that in until healing from the inserted. Yes, that's the thing. I just insert until healing and I will pull it out.
Gio Ruggiero in the 17 truck to get his service.
Plug him in. He's filling up with local race fuel with 0 carbon bioethanol. These guys are going to be happy to get those fresh tires, especially Kate Honeycutt.
That's his second trip to pit road. We saw him early in the race on that 4-5 come to pit road and make an adjustment. They knew they did a lot of work on that truck.
Yeah, and I think for Honeycutt and the guys that stayed out there, Jimmy Johnson, Chandler Smith, all those guys that stayed out on those old tires, they really got a sense of what a long run was going to be like.
and then take it a little bit further. So that's what you're going to have to do in this last stage. I mean, you're going to have to run, 16, 17 laps as you make that final charge in stage 3.
Lane Riggs on the inside. Jesse and the 88 looking on.
Lane Riggs trying to pick up that extra spot. He does it. Time Majeski is on the move. He's getting a little impatient on the bumper.
Always does a great job at pretty much anything that he jumps in. He's not full time in anything, but every time he gets behind the seat, this 75 truck has always been good throughout the years, sporadically as they show up to the races. But Parker's.
What are you talking about?
What great experience for his broadcast as he goes through the rest of the weekend to be able to have
Just say no.
This is such a unique racetrack, and to be able to explain the bumps and the cracks and the braking zones and where the difficult spots are, there's a lot of them that stick out to us pretty obviously, but there's nothing better than being behind the wheel and being able to relate that directly to the fans at home.
Yeah, I talked to Parker yesterday, and he was like, man, I don't have a backup truck. So you'll see me taking it easy, but still like when we get into race, we're going to be competitive. And one of the crew guys said, this is the truck. We won a road course race, I think, in Mid-Ohio back a few years ago. And I said, what year was that? And the crew guy said, I don't know, it's been a long time. But that's the same very truck with a new body on it. So great job by that
45, 62, 52 are in.
Scott Jones says it's 2022 when he went to Victory Lane. So that's a 4-year-old truck. Probably not many more out there any older than that, okay?
Well, that's one thing about the truck series. A lot of rules haven't changed, but I would say in the portion of the field he's racing in, you're probably right. Yeah.
So 3 laps to go here in stage number 2. Lane Riggs, second fastest that last lap. It was Grant Enfinger.
13 of Cole Butcher's in.
He's been impressive, hasn't he?
He really has been.
What a good day for that 9-team.
I mean, you hear from him, and it's like, don't root for me, don't count on me, I'm not sure what I'm doing. And he's been running top 5 solid.
Yeah, I mean, he would have made it sound like that he didn't really want to be out there this morning with his interview because of how uncomfortable he felt. And you see the results and the position that he
saw the shoes coming back there.
Definitely wouldn't show it. So I think Grant is one of those old cagey veterans that is like, yeah, no, I want to set the expectations too high, but I want to go out there and overachieve on what I'm doing.
Well, Kevin, you had a great point earlier. 234 starts in this series. This is the second time ever that we've raced on a street course in this series. This isn't something that's natural because we have a lot of experience that it shines through. This is something that these drivers have really had to adapt to.
Mid pit stop.
Going to go. Qualifying got rained out. They started pretty green and were able to on a great race. And I think as you look at the race today, this has gone way better than practice with what we've been able to do. But street course racing is no joke. When you make a mistake like we saw so many times in practice today,
34's pitting.
Lane Riggs coming down pit road.
Right, Parker Kligerman's going to go back to the race lead.
Stage 2, so he needs more lateral grip in the truck. Still, it'll be no adjustments for them, just 4 tires and fuel. See a lot of trouble on that luxury tire right there. That's going to be a pretty slow pit stop.
And pitting reverse like this, a lot of times it's just that timing gets off just a little bit. That muscle memory is challenged.
Yeah, well, I think that situation right there, the truck just the tire got caught in the left rear fender well right there, and it couldn't get the tire. It looked like the jack went up and flying high enough to just get that tire straight off.
Corey LaJoy's done for the day.
So Parker Kligerman, the 75, out front for the second time today. Ty Majeski just behind him. Ty Majeski, on the other hand, he was pretty optimistic this morning about what they have in the setup.
He was fast as they beat. Right up front all day long, really fast. Loves road racing, student of the game, as all these guys are, especially over the last half of the series. Studying some laps, taking some laps on sim. really working hard to be ready for this day.
I'm just impressed that the axles are still in that 88. After that moment that he had earlier in the race with that wheel hopping.
If Jimmy wins this thing, he'll be a winner in all 3 series.
Lucky right there. Didn't run into anything and able to keep that truck going straight and doing a good job.
That was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen because he was out of control for a long time. He was able to keep it off of other trucks and keep it going in the right direction.
You know, for people maybe watching casually and they don't know, like, when we come to a brand new place like this, how do these guys prepare? Kevin, I know you spent a little time on iRacing, which was incredible, by the way. We were able to get an idea what this whole track layout was like. But what are these guys doing? What do they gain from that? And how similar is it to the real thing?
Most likely they've been prepping for this race for a few weeks now to be able to start to get the visuals down, to be able to memorize this racetrack. And you know, as you got closer to race week, then you would get in the simulator and start working on your setup stuff.
Oh, that's Jamie McMurray. Looks like he hit the wall hard. Final lap, stage 2. Yeah, that truck's cooked. Oh, wow. Yeah, that 25's got a lot of damage.
Flat right front tire. See the fingers going loose there. Yeah, we saw that foot up on that truck earlier.
Yeah, he's just got to pull. What? Yeah, it's just best to pull. Well, I don't think we're going to have a caution because of this, because he pulled off. So. Oh, wow.
Turn 16 has been a problem for so many trucks.
So it looks like the final corners. Wow, that hit was enough to take him out. Wow.
I'm not so sure. I agree with you right there, Mike. I'm not so sure that the right front tire or something didn't go down.
Yeah, that's just too abrupt for Jamie to.
As you can see, the walls move when they hit it. Happened right in front of the leaders, too. Oh, gee. You got a battle time. There's a piece of debris like right there. Yeah, Parker Kligerman has a little bit more experience than Ty Majeski.
Yeah, I'm just not so sure. He's going to have to get closer than that to be able to make that happen down into 16 here into the chicane. I mean,
Drink the chicane, a couple more turns, a couple more opportunities for Ty Majeski.
Yeah, you saw Ty be able to really squirt the throttle right there to make up that run.
All right, green and white checkered flag. Parker Kligerman, stage 2 winner. That's huge for him in Henderson Motorsports.
For that little team that could. Henderson Motorsports, just a handful of guys, part-time team, came with a good-looking truck and a fast truck.
All right, stage 2 results are Parker Kligerman, Ty Majeski, Grant Enfinger, Tyler Ankrum, Andre Perez, Tyler Rife, Chandler Smith, Caden Honeycutt, Jimmy Johnson, and Christian Eckes round out the top 10. Man, Nathan Nicholson could have gotten a stage point or 2. Well, the drivers that stayed out 1st through 6th will pits out. Will cycle back to the 38.
Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
At least Safelight can come to you for free. They can come to me for free?
That's right. SafeLight can come to you for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want at no additional cost. For free local service, go to safelight.com. SafeLight repairs, SafeLight replace.
Netherlands, Sweden, then it's Germany, Ivory Coast. The 2026 FIFA World Cup, tomorrow on Fox.
Wasn't expecting to see the Ivory Coast in the World Cup.
This career as a crash officer has been a joyful and content life.
Having the camaraderie, the family, and a job that actually makes a difference, that's what matters to me.
Xfinity Mobile connects you to Wi-Fi in millions of places, and 5G when you need it most. Cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. Xfinity. Imagine that.
They really want us to seek justice for the citizens of this county by any means possible within the law. You can go from working the streets to working the jail to SWAT. It's just so diverse. We can be Deputy Sheriff and catch the bad guys. For me, it's the best.
The FIFA World Cup is back, America, so jump on the bandwagon. David Beckham, hop on the bandwagon.
Do I look like a bandwagon fan?
Do you fancy salt and vinegar?
Why are you talking like that?
Come on, jump in. We can drive on the left side of the road.
Early start here for Adams. Sensodyne, brilliant touch. Volterra now with relief. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. It's Coronado. Every goal starts with an assist.
We are beyond excited and honored to have NASCAR on our base this weekend.
It's incredible how we have done everything in such short time and everything that has been put into this.
It's going to be a scenery that NASCAR or nobody has ever seen like this before.
A lot of people see aircraft carriers on camera, but never actually see it in real life.
The turns are definitely a little tight. It's going to be interesting to see how they manage that, but I think everything's going to go great. 250 years of America and the Navy. It's a great way for us to celebrate our nation, what we do, and how we live.
I think it'll be one for the history books.
These sailors are just loving every minute of showing off their base and what they're capable of. Having a little fun at it too. We had a sailor showdown.
There's that bridge in the background.
We had the sailors team up with some pit crews. There were 4 teams, 2 sailors, which were the tire changers. The 3 of the 4 teams, the 4th team comprised a wounded warrior unit. The sailors you see there changing the tires. And yesterday, everyone who participated had to go through a 3-hour training session. But see there, it's not so easy.
The athleticism of these guys that hop over the wall and change the tires.
Oh, by the way, NASCAR announced that that Ford is going to do a NASCAR exhibition race at the end of this year around Veterans Day. It's a Ford exhibition race.
NASCAR on Naval Base Coronado. We'll be back with the 3rd and final stage.
Sometimes it feels like schizophrenia decides who you could be. So it may be time for a different conversation. Ask your doctor about Cobenfy, a twice daily pill for schizophrenia. Cobenfy is the first and only treatment of its kind, and delivered improvement in schizophrenia symptoms overall. Plus, in clinical studies, most people saw no substantial weight gain.
Don't take it allergic to Cobenfy. Have trouble emptying your bladder or stomach, certain liver problems, or untreated narrow-angle glaucoma. Serious side effects such as urinary retention, worsening liver, kidney, bile duct, and gallbladder problems, slow stomach emptying, serious allergic reactions, narrow-angle glaucoma, increased heart rate, and side effects in those with kidney problems may occur. Seek help right away if you have hives, swelling of your face, lips, mouth, tongue, or throat, hoarseness, difficulty speaking, breathing, or emptying your bladder. Don't drive or use heavy machinery until you know how Cobenfy affects you.
Imagine what could be. Cobenfy.
Imagine what could be. Cobenfy.
Thursday on Fox. Huge America's World Cup dream continues.
sensational goal. Yes, Christian Pulisic lead out the Stars and Stripes in a huge final trophy matchup against Turkey. USA, Turkey. Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern on Fox.
I guess that's supposed to be Turkey, but they say Turkey 8.
Yes, we'll be there again.
It's more than a race. It's a one-of-a-kind celebration. 3 days plus for families, friends, and unforgettable moments. And big weekend passes and kids discounts are available now. Get your tickets at SonomaRaceway.com.
Make your day. We know why you've put off your best smile. The time, the cost, the anxiety. That's why Aspen Dental is changing how dentistry is done. With leading implant and denture technology and on-site labs that get you in and out. No more waiting for tomorrow. Now's your time to experience the Aspen Dental difference. Get 20% off dentures and implants. Aspen Dental. It's time to smile again.
It's a super rough course in San Diego, so all that brake modulation and wheel spin will have to be utilized from everybody, and so it's going to be a real battle of attrition with the race car as rough as the racetrack is.
Check out the all-new Fox Sports digital show Speed with Harvick and Buxton, fueled by Flowing. Subscribe to Speed on Fox on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Kevin, you always have good opinions. I think you know what you were talking about there. It's lived up to everything.
Well, I'm glad you like opinions, Jamie. Not everybody likes my opinion, but I'm fine with that too.
Hey,
But
we have our moments.
you know, it's
Keep it spicy.
It's always been one of those things where I see it, I say it, and we move on, right? Like it just becomes I might not be right, but or you might be. I might be. Yeah, 50-50 chance. I've got a lot of experience, a lot of success in this sport. I think people have to respect what you say, whether they like it or not. Well, and look, when we were talking about this course and in the simulator and seeing all the things that were going with this course, everybody knew it was going to be rough. They knew that the racing surface was going to be challenging, and I think they've done a great job. Our truckers have done a great job from practice to the race of being able to adjust, and so far they put on a great show. Now they might all lose their minds as we get into stage 3 right here, but so far it's been a great show. There could be. This is interesting with the repairs to the pit wall there. We're staying out before opening the pits, and that means we're going to shorten the laps we have to run to get to the checker. We talked about 17, 18 laps, but if you run enough caution flags,
I see why they're taking a while to
you can
fix.
get more laps out of a tank of fuel. If you pit here, some guys might can make it. It'll be close. It will be. Yeah, 20 more to go, and I think that. I mean, they're look. Yeah, somebody's going to gamble. That's right. We saw that last week with Christopher Bell in the Cup race. So somebody's going to gamble if it's even in the conversation remotely possible.
Well, guys, when we were waiting for our show to start, we watched USA win their second straight World Cup match, and we have plenty more coming up tomorrow. The FIFA World Cup rolls on as the Netherlands take on Sweden at 1 Eastern with massive group points on the line. Then at 4 Eastern, Germany looks to stay hot, while Ivory Coast eyes another upset. That's all on Fox. And a cool event yesterday. SVG right there got to meet his New Zealand national team. The soccer team was right here in San Diego. Got to shake hands. You see him signing some autographs. What a cool moment for him.
Always great when you can kind of have the crossover between two sports and NASCAR, and we know that Shane is a great race car driver, but when you can tie in the soccer team and the NASCAR driver and put all that together, it grows both sports. And that's what I love about the fact that we have guys from different countries. And Shane has been such a great addition to the Cup Series and has just a massive ball. And you see him kick that soccer ball into the stands when he wins the race. He's got skills, but not call that a soccer ball. Well, yeah, I've been down that road.
Rugby.
Kyle Ball.
Yeah, okay.
He booted it.
Well, it's
Kyle Busch.
Yeah. Jackson Lee is in the 2, having a decent run here back in 20. Let's get an update, Amanda.
Yeah, and welcome back to Jackson Lee to the Truck Series. This is his 3rd race with us this season, all on road courses. His father is our IndyCar on Fox colleague, Kevin Lee, who is at Road America this weekend, but the whole family is here. Jackson Lee is an instructor for Skip Barber Racing School, and he told me that this place is just absolutely wild. He said he was talking to his students that this place would be St. Pete on steroids, but earlier before the race started, Jackson told me that he was going to fall back into this race and let the race come to him. As I said, his entire family here, and they said that we may be beating Kevin Lee over in Road America with our views here in San Diego.
Yes, nice young man. This is all new to him. And, you know, when you're a young guy like him, you don't get to go test. You don't get to learn all these things. He races all kinds of sports cars and races all over the country. But this is new to him. Just his 3rd start, doing a nice job today. So pit road will be open next time. See stage points so far. Grant Edfinger. I did not have that on my bingo card. Maximizing today. 14 points earned.
Well, remember, we're racing for a spot in the chase, and these guys need those stage points when they're having a season that isn't quite what they expected. Right?
Here we go. Finally, the pit road's open.
The bubble, yeah, bumped it from 12 to 9 to the point. So
Parker Kligerman will lead them.
A lot of them coming your way, Amanda.
Yeah, Jamie, that's exactly what Grant Enfinger wanted to do today, was find those points. He also said that his other strategy was not take myself out of this race. At the beginning of the day, Grant Enfinger said he had one of the worst trucks that he's ever had, but it had a lot of pace in it. I just talked to his crew chief, Derek
Yeah,
Smith,
I've heard of Dalton Good before, but I don't think I've fully got to see his face. Damn, I've seen his face, but it was probably another blink and you'll miss it moment for me. It may not rain at Road America until after the race on Sunday. Funny enough, we had a similar situation at Pocono last Sunday. It started raining after the Cup race.
Weird angle into his pit, but the crew overcame that. Did a nice job.
Greg's team getting it done. Joe Ruggiero as well. Great job on pit road. Just 23 laps to go here from Naval Base, Coronado. Stay with us. How is this going to shake out?
For Jim, life's big moments happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or proposing to her in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose a Devo-Qvanic for its administration time, an injectable immunotherapy given in as little as 180 seconds. It may be used alone in adults to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer that is can be removed by surgery and is approved for many other cancers. Devo-Qvanic can cause your immune system to run healthy. Treatment these problems can be severely lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst, urine, rash, itching, confusion, and limb problems, muscle pain, weakness, joint pain, fever, reports of liver, persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome, immune system problems including Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune and nervous system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, Devo-Qvanic can harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. A Devo-Qvanic.
Lumber and cable, it's bundle and save on insurance with Liberty Mutual. Okay, let's do another take.
What do you want me to say?
The line. Say the line.
Oh, that's easy.
The line. Okay, let's pick it up tomorrow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty. Frisky's World.
Let's dive into something new.
Yeah, Frisky's new
that lineup. It's new blazing infused with real chicken. And they're fully loaded. We're gonna need bigger bowls.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
Friskies, always more to explore.
On the road again. My plan to get this. We go down the highway. We're the best of friends. And survey that the world keeps turning our way.
You'll see the show on Matrix Live. What you miss with all this is wherever our cars roll. Small towns and big cities. Short tracks, super speedways, road courses, naval base. Little track, little racing. Make it difficult. You'll find a way.
Welcome back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series from San Diego. Picture perfect day. You see downtown San Diego as we look on to Coronado Island. Well, one driver, big hit, Jamie McMurray, he is out. Let's hear from him, Josh.
Yeah, I heard Jamie come on the radio and apologize to the team after that huge hit with the wall. Can you let me know what happened there? Just how the day was overall.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't really know what happened. I let the 77 go. I think it was just.
Looks like he's riding the mechanical
but
bull.
I just kind of lost my eyesight. And I don't really think I missed the corner that much. It was more just the angle of my truck when I hit it. And I'm telling you, it's like a jump when you hit that. And you kind of know in the moment that this is not going to be good. So it's frustrating. We had a brake issue right on the leaders and the key loose. So it stinks. I really wanted to be able to, to run all day. And it was just a lot to get right the stage. But yeah, frustrating.
Frustrating day, but good to have you back in the truck, Jamie. Jamie?
Thank you, Josh. So Chandler Smith came behind us.
All right, pace truck on the pit road. Stage number 3 underway. Front top 2 are side by side. And Mini Tyrell's up there in 5th place. We also got Kaz Gralla, Adam Andretti up there too, and Daniel Hemrick.
Two of them out of the race and two of them still running up towards the front of the pack. That's battling for a top 5 spot for those Rams. That's a good performance.
Yeah, you talk about Mini Tyrell running there in 5th place.
He doesn't have a lot of road race experience. He grew up racing at the Mini Raceway in Virginia, late model stock. He ran it for a long time, since he was about 8 or 9 years old. So great story with Mini right there. Won a Cars Tour race last week at the Mini Raceway and had his charity there.
What a great win that was for me.
Talked to him about it yesterday. And his charity is helping kids
What is that?
who are dealing with cancer, pediatric cancer. He started it when he was 6 years old. Now it's a 501c3.
So yeah, Mini Tyrell won something in that series.
An exceptional young man. If you want to learn more about him, I encourage you to. I mean, he was on the talk shows when he was like 10 years old, talking about what he's doing to give back to kids with cancer. And it was because he had a friend that had cancer, and it moved him so much that's become Minnie's mission.
Yeah, well, the whole Tyrell family is just a great family. Been able to be around them for a few years now as they've raced with the short tracks on the Cars Tour and different events. Just a great family doing great things.
Saw him briefly there in the 26, and Dawson Sutton, he's in the top 10. We saw him with that spin early in the race and rebounded nicely. Good job for Dawson. He's just getting better and better in that 26 truck there, rapidly roofing on the side of it. Patriotic paint scheme. Good job.
21 laps to go here from Coronado.
21 to go.
He's looking for his second career win. He won just a few weeks ago at Watkins Glen, the last road course we were on, but Chandler Smith is all over him. He's closed that gap.
Jimmy Johnson lurking back there in 3rd.
And we saw that 11 truck take off pretty good at the beginning of the race, and
And what we thought was fade as the truck would run multiple laps compared to Chandler Smith and Lane Riggs and Jimmy Johnson. That's still weird to say Jimmy Johnson, but you know, he kind of had some fade as he would run 5 or 6 laps in a row. So we've got 21 laps to go right now. No more stage breaks. This is to the end of the race. So we'll see what that 11 truck does as they get multiple laps on the tires.
Really interesting for me.
52's on pit road.
We'll have to see how much fuel stretching some of the other competitors can do with about 23 laps to go when they pitted, but a couple of those were under caution, so that helps. Be interesting to see what's happening on pit road, Amanda.
And take a look at Daniel Hemrick, guys, all the way up to the 4th position. You guys, they didn't even qualify, as we saw earlier today, because they had that bad wreck in practice. Daniel Hemrick was kind of beating himself up on it and said it was my fault, even though the track of that wreck is still pretty treacherous. Kevin Melford's version told me that it was a 3-hour repair to get this truck back on track. And so glad they did. Daniel is running with Bill McAnally's grandfather, a photo of his grandfather on the truck here this weekend, who was in World War II, and then also in honor of the red shirts on that graph.
Great story. Yes, Daniel Hemrick, that team took the time, made the proper repairs, and for good reason. The 2 road courses we've been on this year, he finished 8th at St. Pete, 4th at big time for Hemrick. So Hemrick going up and 4th right now. Stuart Friesen, guys, some issues he's on the road right now on the radio saying the steering is broken. So tough break for Friesen, who too was in the back of the truck.
You see Chandler Smith right now. He's got some damage on that right front fender, Michael. I don't know where or when that came from. He definitely has some damage. But
Oh, Kate Honey cuts in the wall. Chandler Smith goes to the lead. That right side's cooked. Yep. First he locks up the brakes in that corner. Now he slams the tire. Yeah, boom! Wow.
we saw him have the exact same problem earlier with Jimmy Johnson. That'd be interesting to come to pit road, get his tires pulled out, get that fuel. We know he can make it from there. So, as bad as that looks, Kevin, it might not be the end of his day. Depending on whether you get to pit road without the bulky tire.
Reasons behind the wall.
Honestly, that fender is broke right behind the tire, which is allowing that quarter panel to actually move up. You see how it's kind of flared out, Michael, but he's definitely got that flare. The quarter panel is split on that right rear fender. We saw that earlier when he had that contact with the wall in practice. But right now, I think that's what's saying his tire didn't pull straight down so that the tire would get cut. It's going to have to be so it'd be interesting to see how quickly it decided to go. A lot of smoke initially. It must have cleared itself quite a lot because you don't see that smoke anymore.
Jimmy Johnson all over the rear bumper. And meanwhile, Lane Riggs has closed that gap back and forth.
And you actually see more smoke when that left turns to the right. Because that'll push that rear end housing over towards the right side of the truck. When it's
11th coming to pit road.
And Honeycutt makes his way on the pit road. Pull that fender out, get some fresh tires.
build up with gas. We got forward strategy, and he's in a window where he can make it. This will be interesting to see how this team's able to rally from this mistake. Yeah, and he really put him in a window where they had to pit right. So it's right on the edge of that pit window if we run green from everything that we're hearing from the team. So it'll be interesting to see what they do when they get to the right side of this truck. But you see where that fender is split right there. It's actually pushed the fender up.
Many Tyrells making a scheduled stop.
I spent a lot of time on that.
Building up, loosening up the race field, zero carbon bioethanol. Meanwhile, Lane Riggs picks up the spot, gets around Jimmy Johnson, moves into second.
Chandler Smith has driven away from these guys, Jamie.
He certainly has about 6.5 second lead lead right now over Lane Riggs. We're going to step aside, but you won't miss a thing as we go Fox side by side.
Oh, Frankie Muniz is wreck.
Whoa.
Craftsman V20 advanced batteries. More power, more runtime, more.
Wow.
I'm glad we could all play today.
The same test is great for remembering you can customize and save hundreds of car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
Hear it, Doc?
Well, I say it. Lima? Ball. Lima, ball me again? Only pay for what you need. Started in Brooklyn in 78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same warm victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed. You might think you're looking at Taco Bell's Cantina chicken menu, but they're all just extras in this commercial. The real star, Taco Bell's new jalapeno citrus salsa. The sauce, main character energy. New jalapeno citrus salsa, only on the Cantina menu.
Replace that natural with untouchable. We touched it. This dual horsepower stitched into the very fiber of dual racing favorites. Our signature fragrance, golden barbecue.
Yellow.
Only the tiny designer dollars who's spending count just 78 years of dining there. Fast fashion is fast fashion. The official uniform of the most epic fan base in the world. NASCAR shop. Get yours.
It's Saturday, and you get
It's debris.
sacrifice in life. Because tonight, I mean the orders.
It's number 33.
It's baseball night in America. Saturday, 7 Eastern on Fox.
Sprint down the track and get ready for the fight.
Earlier today in the free race, we saw the U.S. Navy elite.
Congrats,
These guys put
Scott.
on a show. Michael was walking the track yesterday, and these guys were out just having fun, practicing for what they're doing today in the free show. They interlocked each other's feet. 2 of them were carrying the American flag, and they hit their marks despite the wind every time right there on the track.
It's a crazy, amazing show of skydiving and precision. It's so fun to watch.
And the anthem, the flyover, the command, everything has been about the sailors today.
And they're having a great time. And I love the fact that we are showing them off and showing off their facility, everything that they do for this country to keep us safe and let us come out and race these vehicles every single weekend. And we just can't thank them enough for letting us be here, but for what they do for our country to keep us
My
safe.
water or yours?
I think it's
incredible. We're
yours.
here in one of the radio towers.
Is there water down here?
And they told me normally aircraft is parked all around us, helicopters, fighter jets, you name it. Here it's like the fan zone for all the fans and the sailors having fun, and then we have all 3 of the garages of NASCAR just completely converted this base.
There's a lot of strategy, a lot of thought going on about what's happening on pit road.
Let's listen.
Well, we're going to be screwed no matter what. Either we take our medicine and restart the tail, or try to get up like a retard and get as much as we can and come out. Like either way, we're going to come out 15.
That is because some guys, I think, will elect to stay out. I'm just curious. We hear the papers tell us somewhere between 16 and 18 laps they can make it. Up to 4 or 5 laps under caution. Maybe there's some of these teams that think they can stretch it
We know Chandler can't make it. He doesn't have near enough gas, nor does Jimmy Johnson. It's going to be fun to watch.
Under caution here for the fourth time for debris that came off of Frankie Muniz's truck. Oh, yeah. Parasailing. Well, 72 and perfect in San Diego.
So one day, your doctor says you have chronic lymphocytic leukemia that causes cardiac arrest. For CLL, my doctor recommended Calpins.
Calpins is the first and only TKI to offer two approved all-oral chemo-free options: ongoing treatment with Calpins or fixed-duration treatment when combined with venetoclax. Calpins can cause serious side effects or draining to death. This includes serious infections, bleeding problems that may increase with blood thinners, decrease blood counts, new cancers including skin cancers, heart rhythm problems, and liver problems. Tell your doctor right away if you have flu-like symptoms, blood in stool or urine, fast or irregular heartbeat, dizziness, feeling faint, chest discomfort, shortness of breath, stomach pain, dark urine, or yellow skin. Calpins may harm an unborn baby. Ask your doctor about pregnancy and breastfeeding. These are not all the side effects of sun protection.
And action.
Ask your doctor about Calpins. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
I can. You can't spell American without it. At the Ram make this event to say I can in a Ram truck. I can tow what others won't. Power to anything. Depend on it for everything. And I can back it all up better than anybody. You can do anything this time with a great deal at the Ram Make Business Summer Sales event, because nothing stops Ram.
During the Ram Make This Summer events, purchase and get 2.9% financing for 72 months, plus $3,500 bonus cash allowance on most 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab models.
Early start here for Adams. Sensodyne, brilliant touch. Volterra now with relief. And Tom's looking to counter-attack. It's Coronado! Every goal starts with an assist.
At Mothers, we're driven by the details. The finish, the shine, the personal style. Mother's Signature Back to Black Service Care technology brings out the best of your tires, trim, and plastic. Give it that mother's love.
The famous high bar right here on Coronado Island, made famous, of course, in Maverick, was Annabeth. So the rule here is flying around, but you have to pick up the bar tab for everyone, right? If you leave your cell phone on the bar, you wear a hat in the bar, or you touch any of those airplane models on the roof. You gotta remember that, Kevin.
Well, I've been set up in a situation like that and had to buy the bar around, so unfortunately not there. But it has happened.
Fun place right up the street. Let's check in with Caitlin.
There's that Hotel Coronado. This one you see those postcards sometimes.
He was also an engineman and diesel mechanic in the Navy. He explained to me he's worked in damage control and as a fire department leader while he was actually stationed on the USS Avenger ship in Japan. And this ship was a crucial asset in locating and neutralizing naval mines. So that ship ended up being decommissioned in 2014 and was actually brought right to this base in Coronado. So it's a special day for him, just reflecting on some of those memories, his time in the Navy from 2013 to 2017, and now working with Andres Perez.
Caitlin, thank you. And Al, he's the owner of that team. We heard from him earlier. He served in the Navy and he actually trained right here in Coronado. So some memories going way back in the day. For him to be racing here, 3 trucks in the field, pretty special.
Especially getting to talk to Al. We saw one of his pit crews jump over the wall and had camouflage uniforms.
They're in Fingerstall Pit Road.
Celebrating 250 years.
This is unfortunate right here, Michael. We talked about what a great day Brandon Finger is having. He brought it in, and Amanda just told us some great that he made a battery change, but said that there's some more issues. As you see here, he tried to leave, and things just aren't right.
Could be an alternator situation. It's been wild today.
Brendan Gaughan's got tired.
Back in the Truck Series, first time in 13 years.
Trudging along, a lap down, however.
Yeah, he's in the McMurray category, right? But didn't have a lot of fun. Had the accident in practice, and now right front damage and a right front tire down again.
So Statman Joe just gave me this. Trucks who have not had damage today at all, practice, qualifying, or race. 10 trucks.
But it's not over, Jamie.
It's not over. Plenty of reasons still to go, Josh.
I can tell you the 38 team labored over this decision whether to pick here or stay out and try and build a gap and hold for another caution. They elected to come in, get those 4 tires and fuel. They made their bet, they said, and now we'll see if they can get their way back to the front.
I had a problem with the fuel tank, you guys. The fuel was spraying out of the nozzle.
Must have felt like it was full. A lot of trucks coming in there, but we thought we could see this. Some trucks that did it on lap 27. That's our question, our interest, is if they can think they can.
Dawson Sutton stalled.
That far to the end.
Yeah, you see Dawson Sutton broke down there at the entrance to pit road. We saw earlier that he couldn't get his truck started after he spun out. So had some more issues right here with what we thought was going to be a pretty good cycle of events for him based upon when he last pitted, but that all comes to an end right now.
So he is stuck at pit end. Work has been done on pit road. Beautiful day here in San Diego. 16 laps left for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series from Naval Base, Coronado.
Your doctor says you have chronic leukocytic leukemia. That wasn't part of the story. For CLL, my doctor recommended Calpers.
Calpers is the first and only TKI to offer 2 approved all-oral chemo-free options. Ongoing treatment with Calpers or fixed-duration treatment when combined with venetoclax. Calpers can cause serious side effects which may lead to death. This includes serious infections, bleeding problems that may increase with blood thinners, decrease blood counts, new cancers including skin cancers, heart-related problems, and liver problems. Tell your doctor right away if you have flu-like symptoms, blood and stool in urine, fast or irregular heartbeat, disease, flu, chest disease, for choice of dark urine, or yellow skin. Calpers may harm your unborn baby. Ask your doctor about pregnancy and breastfeeding. These are not all the side effects of protection. Ask your doctor about Calpers. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
As long as the battery life, tell that to us. You can stay plugged in, even when you're unplugged.
Running a little behind today. I want me to get back there and start pulling some teeth.
Waiting rooms, they can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents.
What are you here for today?
Just looking
Just to clean it. In and out. Easy peasy. Impact the tooth over here. I don't know if you can see it, but
let's just sit quietly and wait for it.
gotcha. I'm what they call a grinder. Yeah.
Progressive can save you from becoming your parents, but we can't save you money when you put one on those.
Abnormally large tonsils.
Mistake like you get that fixed now and pay later.
Fix now, pay later. SafeLight offers flexible payment options and anywhere local service, so you can get it fixed here, or here, and pay later. Go to SafeLight.com today.
Tomorrow, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series continues the Top Gun action right here in San Diego, with racing starting at 5 Eastern on CW. Sunday, the epic conclusion to an all-American weekend, Cup racing at 4 Eastern on Prime. And we welcome you back to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Been an eventful day. The race is sponsored by Apollo Casino Spa and Golf Resort. We've had 5 different leaders, guys. It's been action-packed.
It has, and you see these late cautions, Mike. I don't think our action is over as we see the field
come back to the green
compared to what we had earlier. Lane Riggs has cycled out on the front side of this field with his strategy. He's got Ty Majeski right next to him on this restart. So it's going to be interesting, but I can promise you they're going to be as aggressive as they've been all day.
And Lane Riggs pitted
With 23 to go, we talked about the pit window being much shorter than that, but a lot of these laps have been under caution. It's going to be interesting to see how the strategy plays out.
So you're saying we're not going to end with 4 cautions on the day?
No, we're going to have another one.
Okay. Here we go.
All right, Pace Truck has the pit road. We're coming back to the green. Here we go. 15 to go.
Road racer, 20-year-old guy.
And down the hill. Yeah, they're all split. And Nathan Nicholson up there in the top 5. Brendan Queen, Jackson Lear up there.
Racing with Butterbean in that 12 Ram truck.
Let's got that truck fixed up after that tire barrier in the wall.
This is exactly what
Jimmy's up to 12.
And then start to back off to be able to lift a little bit sooner, to be able to partial throttle that truck, certain sections of the straightaway. This truck on the bottom right now.
Oh!
Got to get a little high, and I think maybe locked up those front tires a bit.
I thought for sure that he was wiping out Butterbean right there. I think that's the truck that it was.
Jimmy should be fine.
Right beside Cass Brawley in that 62 truck.
Cass Brawley actually works for Jimmy Johnson and Legacy Motor Club. He does all the sim work, testing work. Good to see him back behind the wheel.
You see Jimmy down there on the bottom. Wow, his tires that might be a bike that was out of control. Luckily, they didn't tear up a bunch of trucks right there.
Hey, Honeycutt is a truck. As you see again, Jimmy Johnson.
Ugh, that was a close call.
There, they're going to have a big crash.
Brendan Queen.
They say Cade Honeycutt's in third position. He's got the most fuel.
Damn, Nathan Nicholson is in 3rd place right now based on what they're.
I just love it when that happens, JB. You get into the race late, you got Jackson Lee, Butterbean Queen, Andretti has made his way up to the top 10. It's just fun to see these guys fight all day long and then have their truck up front. So we can talk about the performance of the driver today.
Pit 6 now.
Jackson maybe saw him fall down the pylon, had an issue in the back of the pack now, but meanwhile up front. 14 laps to go here. Lane Riggs with a 2.5-second lead over Ty Majeski. Majeski looking for his first win of the season.
And the way this caution bell, it has really mixed up the field. We have a lot of names up in the front of this pack that we haven't seen all day. Obviously, Lane Riggs, Ty Majeski, Jim Rosera started at the back of this field. Ingram we haven't seen all day. Honeycutt.
Again, Kane Honeycutt's still on the move.
It's still sitting there running 5th right now. Chandler Smith, who was dominating the race, running 7th. Nicholson, he was nowhere in sight all day. So a lot of things have cycled into what we have is what we think is the final strategy of everybody's day, Josh.
For Lane Riggs in that 34 truck, the team said he was close on fuel. They told him to fill the gap and then manage it. And a couple seconds ago, he came over the radio and said, I want you to get 80% on this straightaway. So they are close on fuel. Try to manage it here.
Yeah, Josh, I think Kate Honeycutt might be sitting a little pretty. Scott Sabadelli reminding him that he's got a lot of time to go. Just work his truck little by little. Guys, once they got to that wall, they had to come down pit road and made that stop for tires and took fuel. Kate Honeycutt could be the one that moves up in this race just on fuel alone, guys.
He's the best of the top 5 as far as
Jimmy's up to 10.
on that 31. So this is all providing we don't go overtime. And I think the chances of that are probably pretty good that we would do that. But Honeycutt's in great position. And you heard earlier Chandler Smith's team tell him, we're in trouble. We would put ourselves in a bind here. He's in the top 10 with plenty of fuel to go to the finish. He can run hard all the way to the checker. You see him 7th there, running right with these guys.
The teammates right here, Gio Ruggiero, Kate Honeycutt. They go down the hill into turn 2.
And Chandler Smith, he just wants to do everything he can to keep Kate Honeycutt in sight. Because if this thing goes into overtime, Michael, you're going to have
3 wide.
3 wide.
Oh, 3 wide.
On the inside, and he comes out ahead of both.
Well, he knows the urgency right now to stay with that load truck.
He's in 9th
He also
now.
knows the urgency if those other guys make it.
Keep in mind, Chandler Smith and Jimmy pitted on the same lap.
Has to go into fuel conservation mode. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it. So if he's gonna make up the ground that he needs to, he needs to stay with this London truck and if not pass him. That London truck has a ton of record damage. Still making fairly good lap time, but Chandler Smith knows that he has to go right now.
I think it's so funny. All of it's come down to
Are
this.
we going?
In practice earlier about the fuel window. How
You
far
asked
they go,
me?
and they get there.
Yeah.
And
I didn't say anything.
right there on the bubble. Some guys that might not be able to quite make it. This guy up front, leading the race in
Why did
control.
they want me to
He's
ready?
really tired of that.
Look at the biggest movers in the field. Back to racing, lap 36. Chandler Smith, 10 positions gained. Laps to go here.
Jimmy's up to 8th now.
Step aside, you won't miss a thing. Four clocks, side by side.
No, she was not.
Heard every opinion. Read every headline. When you're surrounded by the right people, you learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing. Who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your sport. Anything to cut to the wind. Why? When you can go fast the easy way.
What, Mom?
High performance running shoes designed to cut through the wind with unbelievable speed.
So
Plus, they're
loud.
lightweight and feature Goodyear rubber. Go fast in Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. Behold the DQ $7 meal deal. Built.
Are you asking me or what? I'm asking you, can it go? No, you're like demanding, let's go. You're not saying
When I
can
did
you.
it, I was going, I did. I said to you, and out, they don't know that they
Why would I be getting ready?
Mother's interior
Why
care
don't you do me
products
like
are
that?
designed to take the guesswork
You're
out of
rude.
maintaining the interior of your vehicle. Mother's interior care. Give it that mother's love. Since the dawn of America, we've craved speed.
Just saying that.
In a moment. Okay, that's good to know. I don't want to take it there, but if I have to, right?
America's been chasing faster for 250 years. We just built a sport around it. Celebrate 250 years of freedom. Start streaming all of our stations
Yeah,
on this
so it's
content
fun.
for its lowest price ever, $17.76 a year. And then set up to change America. That's what ended up happening.
Yeah, I'll take you in a moment.
And sign up today. For Alex Below was to continue his dominance and lock up a fourth win in 6 years. Sunday at 2 Eastern on Fox. Welcome to the fastest racing on earth. You want fearless to Detroit. Sprint down the track.
I don't know what's in this race.
12 to go. Jimmy just lost some more spots.
Incredible day here at Naval Base, Coronado, for the Navy 250. Here these truckers roar to life to kick off the weekend as we celebrate America's 250th as well as the Navy's 250th.
They want to have filter right away.
For Jimmy Johnson.
What? What cleaners?
They're going in there in the container
Oh.
in front of the heater.
I don't know.
Oh, you went for a
You want it?
I don't have to look at it, Mom.
I'm not sure where he was, but he came out on the other side of the smoke and only lost 4 or 5 spots.
I'll have to look at it.
We think these two cats right here have plenty of fuel to get to the finish. And we're listening to all the stories about stretching, conserve fuel, you can make it lane. I'm not all the way buying into that. I mean, it's a way stretch. This track's 3 point.
Yeah, hold on.
So she's saying otherwise.
Be quiet, Cameron.
Don't command me to be quiet.
And that's exactly what they're telling him, is to slow go from 80% to 65%. So they definitely
Yeah, get your turn tomorrow anyway. When are we doing? Tomorrow or Sunday?
I said tomorrow. I didn't say Sunday. Hey, fuck.
Hey, you saw my text to you, right? I got to stop and get my headset.
Yeah, I saw your text, Mom. I'm not
What time are we doing tomorrow?
Well, I'll need to see which Amtrak service is going to get the Caltrain here, because I don't know which one is going to get it. Shit. Let me worry about it. Oh my fucking God, this another caution's out.
Is out for the 5th time today.
Well, that's
Well,
definitely
Cameron, look at the racetrack. I'm going to happen. I've never been to this. He spit.
The only thing that puts him in a really vulnerable spot is if he gets overtime. And I think that Chandler Smith has he's got, we've heard 65% and upshift early. Chandler Smith is thinking 110%, whatever I got to do to push to get there, because he's got a fast truck.
Chandler Smith was the fastest truck on the track the last 2 laps, pushing for everything.
But we know that Wayne was backed off, so we don't really know what the top speed is for Wayne Riggs and when he's pushing. I think he's got the pace to run the Chandler Smith, but he doesn't necessarily have the ability to burn too much fuel. I think that these caution laps are going to give them some breathing room, but he's not going to have any cushion if we go into overtime.
Oh, 10 laps to go here at Naval Base Coronado. How is this one going to shake out? Stay with us from beautiful San Diego.
At least SafeLight can come to you for free. They can come to me for free?
That's right. SafeLight can come to you for free, so you can get your windshield fixed anywhere you want and no additional costs for free local service. Go to SafeLight.com. SafeLight repairs, SafeLight replace. Opening day, just like we used to. I love being out here with Sam again, especially at the big game. It's why I wanted more for my symptomatic obstructive HCM. So I asked my cardiologist about Camzyos. With Camzyos, my symptoms have improved, and I can be more active. It's a difference I can feel, and he can see.
Camzyos is proven to reduce obstruction in the heart 4 times more. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death, a risk that's increased with serious infection, irregular heartbeat, and with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help for new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy, as Camzyos may harm your unborn baby. Camzyos, first in its class to treat symptomatic OHCM.
It's great to be back.
Ask your cardiologist about Camzyos.
There is disappointment growing in one Denver County community ahead of the much-anticipated appearance of Union Pacific Railroad locomotive. As we reported last week, Union Pacific set Big Boy will go to its side tunnel outside of Clinton that comes over the mountain to Horseshoe Curve. That means it will not come through the main tunnels in the middle of town. Dave Landrum went to Clinton today and talked to town officials about their disappointment and what they are trying to do. Dave?
Members of Gallitzin Borough Council say they had no idea that the largest locomotive in the world would not be coming through the part of town that they're most proud of. Galitzin's Tunnels Park and Museum sits across the tracks from the tunnel end and right by their Allegheny Tunnel. But according to Big Boy's published route, it will not be coming exactly this way. So the Borough Council says they are pleading with Union Pacific to change course and allow railroad fans the excitement of seeing that steam locomotive coming right out of their tunnel. Members of Galitzin's Tourist Council say everybody from police, fire, and everyday citizens are preparing for the nation's anniversary. And when they first heard about Big Boy, they were overjoyed and then dismayed.
Oh, wow, we're going to have it coming right out of our Allegheny Tunnel. They will be using the new Portage Tunnel, which is on the south side of town. There's another bridge up there. It will be coming that way. Although you can't see the tunnel from that bridge. So there will be a lot of disappointed fans in that regard.
In an email to 6 News' Brock Owens last week, Union Pacific said the path through Galitzin is subject to change. So I reached out to the company to
But the stage 1 victory right there, late race. Watch this. That slides past the corner.
Uncle Jamie hit the wall hard there off of turn 16 into this thing.
What a battle for stage 2. Parker Clearman taking the checker flag. And then Langridge back in control of the race. Under caution now, saving all the fuel he can to try to stretch it to the checkered flag.
We've had 5 different leaders today, 13 lead changes, 5 cautions for 10 laps.
We saw Jimmy go around for a spin, so the team was elected to come in. He was back in 18th position. So I think this is just a call to get fresh tires and try to charge through the field.
And no matter what's happened today, I mean, Jimmy Johnson, just being in the truck race and being able to be in the truck race today and the cup race on Sunday and in front of what would be considered his hometown is pretty special. And I know Jimmy's 50 years old. We're all getting old. But it's definitely been a lot of fun to see him at the front of the pack. And I hope it spurs his enthusiasm to keep coming back in and running some of these truck races. Cup racing's too hard. Those guys take it too serious. You can have a lot of fun here in the trucks.
I think it's funny, Kevin, you said you're getting old. Congratulations, because I got old. I'm officially there. So,
she's in her room. Okay, I will do that. All right, Mom.
It was an amazing crowd. I hate that things didn't work out to keep going back there. I mean, it was 100,000 people. They were all over everywhere.
Well, listening in to Ty Majeski's radio, also had a conversation with him this morning about his season as a whole. He told me it's been so up and down as of late. He said anything that could happen, we've been experiencing it the last couple of weeks, but he said this is the time of year when my team really starts to come into their own. Of course, he had lots of unknowns with this street course today, but he believes his past success on road courses could help him. 8 top 10s in the last 10 races on the road courses. His team telling him now, though, Max safe. Also noting a couple teams mentioning compromised visibility because of that setting sun. Amanda? Yeah, we're going to take a look at the 42 of Tyler Wright. He's racing in honor of Colonel John W. Ripley here this weekend. And actually, just yesterday, Colonel Ripley picked up the Medal of Honor at the White House. Colonel Ripley passed away in 2008.
So it'll be around this time again next year, IndyCar at Road America. And I've also been hearing rumors circling that NASCAR might come back to Road America, but it'll just be the O'Reilly Auto Parts and Truck Series. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. And besides, the Truck Series, they've never raced at Road America before. It's just been Cup and the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. What else?
We could come here and celebrate 250 years of the Navy. What a special weekend. I just can't get over. I can't even follow. I mean, this is life changing when you are able to visit, see this facility.
And we've been to a lot of races. I mean, I feel like I've been all around the world to watch races, and just the fact that we are here doing this event on this military base, a naval base, is I can't express enough just how awesome it is.
Well, the front two on the front row did it with 33 laps to go. We know there's not on gas. Row 2 has plenty of gas, so wow, this is going to be crazy.
The 8th laps to go. We're going to see the green flag once again.
They really need to stop hitting the ball.
I think we've seen our last caution here, folks.
Now we're going to take the green with 8 laps to go, and you know, I think Lane Riggs, he's got to get a good restart right here, because I believe Chandler Smith can run with him and put him in a spot where he has no choice but to. I think they're good on gas until they get to the advertised end of this race, but we're about to find out. Chandler Smith's got to be aggressive right here to stay with that 34 truck.
All right, back to green. Here we go. Man, can anyone challenge Lane Riggs as we get 8 to go?
Give them your phone number so that they can just call, you know. And
Right. Yep, Lane Riggs is still in command of this race. Damn, Jimmy Johnson's chance of finishing in the top 10 in this race gone. At least, damn, Brendan Gaughan's still a lap down. Kaz Gralla running 5th right now. Oh, Keen Honeycutt up to 3rd. Up, Tanner Gray's gone around.
Keep this truck rolling so we can see this action.
Back there, the rest of the field ahead of him. He is fired up and turned around, and he is moving.
He's on his way. Look at Taylor Smith. We talk about a truck race this season. We talk about 3 guys. Lane Riggs, Kane Honeycutt, and Chandler Smith. And look, there they are.
Chandler is hungry. Got his last win at Daytona, the first race of the season. Meanwhile, his teammate Stevie has gone on to win 3 times.
Well, there's a reason that these are the top 3 guys in the points, right? Like, you cover the truck series, you're going to have to deal with these 3 right now on a consistent basis, whether you're racing for the points championship or a win on a week-to-week basis.
And you know Tom Majeski, he's been fast. He's just had an up-and-down season. He's right there in 4th place. He's tired of hearing about those 3. He wants to break that up.
And he's got a race around that Tom Majeski does. You see Blade make a little mistake right there off the corner.
The battle for the lead. Here we go. Chandler Smith going to the point.
Chandler Smith clears up.
What great racing this is.
Down the hill into turn 2. Chandler Smith is good. Holds off. His teammate Lane Riggs moves in his second. Kim Honeycutt right behind him. Tom Majeski, Kaz Gralla.
And Chandler's got a little bit of a tire advantage on Lane Riggs. You can see the back of Lane's truck just not quite as
I'm gonna close the voting poll with 5 to go. It's gonna be a little different considering this is a street course.
Jimmy Johnson
Jackson Lee. Kane Honeycutt wasted no time. As soon as he gets to third,
Jimmy's had a couple opportunities to work on those 360s today.
yeah, I saw the footage of Jimmy spin in the Cup practice. I didn't watch practice, but I saw it on Twitter as usual. Yeah, I had a bad feeling once Jimmy got caught, fell back outside the top 10. Yeah, I knew he was fucked. And sadly, that wasn't a surprise. Man, he hadn't spun, he would have gotten ahead somehow.
Saved that truck. It looks bad on the body, but the suspension and the way that fender broke has allowed Honeycutt to stay in the game.
Through the chicane, first, second, third. All the way from fourth. Ty Majeski back there. 4 seconds from the leader.
These front row trucks have just been. They've been good pretty much everywhere that we've gone, Michael, like you were saying earlier. But that's been the case for several years now, since this truck team has been around.
Well, these, you just have to. We were fortunate to get to do the Truck Series here on Fox, and you get to recognize guys that are just that habit that that are not only going to win truck races, but they're going to win truck races one day. And I would put Lane Riggs on that list. Kate Honeycutt is another guy that you've got to think past that future as well. And Chandler Smith is outrunning both them. So what's up about that young man?
With the sun right here, right in the driver's eyes. The sun sets pretty early out here on the West Coast. I believe it's 7:59 local, so a little over an hour from now.
Chandler's not going anywhere.
Hopefully they have Chandler Smith, Josh.
Well, Jimmy, remember how frustrated this 38 was at the timing of that caution. So far, it seemed to work out on those fresher tires, and that 38 truck just being strong. But Chandler Smith is a guy, when his career started, he really wasn't a road course guy. He struggled at it and didn't like it. When I talked to him earlier today, he said he had to learn this style of racing and embrace it again to like it. He attributes a lot of that to his times with Joe Gibbs Racing when he was in the O'Reilly series. That's when he learned what works for him when it comes to this style of racing. He took that with him when he came back to the Cup Series up front row. They had a great program. They built on top of that. Top 5 in both road course races so far this year in position to ride this one out and try and get the win.
I like it. See, when it works, kids, they're students of the sport. You have to be to run at this level.
You will not be successful at any level in NASCAR racing if you don't work at road course racing. And I think everything, and we heard Lane Riggs mention it earlier, Joey Hand works for Ford and really.
All right, we'll close the poll as we get 5 laps to go.
As the leader crosses the line, we've reached our Craftsman.
All right, 38% for Kane Honeycutt and Lane Riggs, 24% for Jimmy, 0% for Kaz Gralla.
Watched it all day now, and all three series, and every time they go over that bump like that, jump off the ground, it makes me smile. It's just so cool to watch.
That sounds funny to say, Craftsman 5 to go. You think, oh, we're almost done. That's about 80 turns. It's going to be about 15 miles. There's a lot that can take place.
Are you counting 12 as 1 or 12 as 3?
Oh, that's another great
Okay,
class.
I was just checking. We're sorting through it. Yeah.
12A, 12B, we're at 12C.
We did introduce C earlier.
Yeah, he's 20 laps on fuel. His last pit lap was 26. He's on lap 26. Jimmy's up to 20th. He's far back. This is the largest road course we've been on since Road America, so it's been some time. 3.4 miles in length. Tyler Ankrum having a good racing with Eckes and Hammer. So overall, not a bad day for McAnally Hilgeman Racing.
Like you said, Mike, he was trying to get every square inch down the straightaway and just got himself a big too far to the right. I don't think there's anything that's going to harm what he's doing right now, but definitely a mistake.
I'm still not sure he'll make it on gas. I mean, that's a big stretch from what we heard earlier. Most laps they can run. Got to keep that in mind because he's pushing hard now. You can tell by his angle into that corner, scrubbing the wall.
Briggs was just the fastest that last lap, guys. So not they feel comfortable.
All right, 4 laps to go in the Craftsman Truck Series race at the San Diego.
Is in a position to go all out. So he has no choice at this point. I think his truck has not really been the best truck all day. It would take off 4 or 5.
The Honeycutt should be good on fuel. Oh, caution. Oh, shit. Who's that? It's Ankrum. Yeah, wow. Dang, another hit. Wow. Oh, shit. That 18's fucked. Well, I guess that's Wayne Riggs needed that yellow.
Asked him if he was okay, and he said it was a hard hit, but he was feeling all right. But look at that concrete just busted right out of the way.
Well, kind of saw this coming.
Yeah, and as troublesome as that spot has been today, it's almost like you're going to need to put another barrier behind those barriers so that doesn't happen again. You're almost going to have to double up. They're going to get it for the next 2 days as well.
Here's what happened to Tyler Ankrum.
Oh, wow.
Just a little bit wide. There's a ton of marbles right there off of turn 16, the last corner on the racetrack. If you get just a little bit offline right there, that's what's going to happen every time.
And then Majeski, he was closing in on Majeski right here, as you can see, and you lose your line of sight a bit.
He just hit that bump. Did you see that bump in the middle of the corner, Mike, and it got it offline? That's what we've seen.
Yeah, that's going to be an overtime finish.
That bump right there, just you hit it wrong and it gets you offline.
Oh, yeah, I sometimes forget Ankrum is from Southern California, specifically San Bernardino.
NASCAR overtime.
Ouch.
NASCAR is working vigorously to get this truck pulled away, but they're going to have to fix the wall. So if they don't red flag it, we could go into overtime.
Yeah.
They're going to red flag it, we're being told, so they can repair that wall for the second time today.
Yeah, they're going to have to double that wall.
And now we can add a red flag to the list of events that have taken place.
It'll be interesting to see what has happened with that barrier for it to come apart. You see that those 2 hoops that metal rod runs through that's supposed to keep them all together. That makes me think that the other barrier is broke. But I'm just guessing.
There's some stories that have developed in the top 10 with Ankrum crashing. Christian Eckes, we saw him crash pretty heavily in practice. He's up in the top 10. Landon Lewis has rallied from a couple of slips and slides. He's in the top 10.
And Ben Rhodes, he's been all over the place.
He has. He had a couple of wrecks. And then just outside the top 10, Kaz Grala is there. And then the first Ram in the running order is Justin Haley. He's 12.
Oh, red flag is.
So the cleanup crew or course workers taking a hard look at these barriers. See if they need to replace them or if they can repair them quickly. So while we remain here under a red flag, and a lot of action up to this point, 4 laps to go. Step aside. We'll be back after repair seconds.
Speed. Alex Blow is obsessed with speed. And when your average Sunday goes 250 miles per hour, it can be hard downshifting to the speed of Shelly. So you'll forgive Alex the next time he decides to get milk. He doesn't get it here. He gets it here.
You want to catch Alex below? Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
It's Saturday, and you're giving it up like a sacrifice blood. Because tonight, I needed orders. You can feel the energy. That's how you get Dr. If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings. This is the big league. July 15th. This is MasterChef Global Gold Medal. 4 international territories.
From Egypt?
I'm here to represent my Mexican heritage. Compete for the title. You got it going on, girl. Of Global MasterChef. It's MasterChef.
I already made it. Don't be putting on camera shots.
America's favorite sports television channel. No other show in America. No other show in the world. They can't
Well, I think it's kind of for the better that they red flag it. Well, overall, this race has been pretty entertaining. It hasn't been bad. Sometimes it's best to have a smooth race like this with a little bit of chaos. At least the chaos hasn't exploded out of control like we've seen at other tracks. So not bad for the Truck Series first time. They hope the O'Reilly Auto Parts and Cup Series can do the same. So, I mean, a little bit of chaos is fine, but when it gets out of control to the point where where they're breeding caution after caution, then yeah, we're gonna have a problem.
And when your average Sunday goes 250 miles per hour, it can be hard downshifting to the speed of Shelly. So you'll forgive Alex if the next time he decides to get milk, he doesn't get it here. He gets it here. You want to catch Alex below? Welcome to the fastest racing on earth.
Naval Base San Diego, one of 3 bases in the area, established back in 1922. How about this? How big is it? Over 1,600 land acres and 300 acres of water. Over 36,000 military and civilian personnel. 3,300 right here where we are, the Naval Base Coronado. And you see there's a lot of residential here on this small island as well. A lot of hotels out there, and just beyond, you see those hills? That is Mexico. The border's about 10 miles from here. Imperial Beach.
Yeah, if I ever lived in that area, I would absolutely go to that race for sure. It'll probably give me like, I don't know, a disc. Oh, and for those in my live stream, just want to give you a heads up that once again I will be at the Cup race this upcoming Sunday at Sonoma next weekend. So I will not be here for the live stream, but I will live stream the O'Reilly Auto Parts race, obviously. So yeah, I definitely can't wait. Since I'm going to Sonoma, I'm only going to the Cup race. I'm not doing Saturday. Yeah, I wish I could go to the O'Reilly Auto Parts race, but decided to do something different this year, so I'm just doing the Cup race instead. Since I'm going to the Cup race, that will mean that we all got. So you know what that means? It's another vlog from me. My vlog will be long as always, but it's not going to be super long like I've done in the last 2 years. Yeah,
what would you be able to do with a track like this?
So yeah.
I've been fortunate enough to go to Mexico and
Hey, we got Ron. It's nice to see them talking to the Truck Series GOAT, Ron Hornaday Jr. Yeah, I wish Ron Hornaday was still racing in NASCAR. I don't know if he'd still have it, but who knows?
I guess it's my birthday. They say we'll be flying, so sorry. Maybe I'll have a birthday cake on the plane.
A legendary birthday at that, guys.
Happy birthday, Ron Hornaday. You know a little something about that man right there, Kevin. You guys go way back.
We do go way back. We raced on the West Coast together. I actually slept on his couch for a while when I first moved to North Carolina, and Ron's been so instrumental in so many people's careers, but mine personally, just to help understand the sport, know what I needed to do, and Ron and Lindy have just been so good to everybody. Ron has been a big part of it. His daughter, Candace, actually runs everything that we do on the late model side of things at KHI and on the Cars Tour. So
some of y'all may not know this, but Ron Hornaday has a son named Ronnie Hornaday. He also raced in NASCAR for a short period of time back in the day, although he tried to follow in the steps of his dad, I don't think he had quite a lot of success like he did. So his career was pretty much short-lived. It's not talked about as much nowadays.
Yeah. It feels like it was 100 years ago.
It was good company.
Yeah.
Let's see if Chandler Smith can hang on to and become the fourth driver to win.
Then he turned 67 today. Turned 67 tomorrow. He's also a Southern California native too, because he's from Palmdale.
This is good little note here. They said all of the wall components are intact, so they're going to lift and reset. So
let's see what trucks.
Caitlin.
Well, we know this event is all about the military, and I am joined by Zachary Scheckman, who is a Petty Officer First Class, has been in the Navy for 11 years. What's it been like having NASCAR here at your home base?
It's one of the coolest things I've ever
Although
seen.
sporadic, Ron Hornaday did make some started making cup starts in like the early 90s, albeit sporadically. And of course, he's another driver who raced against Dale Earnhardt then. And he attempted to run the full 2001 season, but I think he failed to qualify for a few races toward the latter end of that season.
That's going to be an uphill climb from here, but what a show he put on earlier.
He did put on a show. You know what I've learned from the last two interviews? We need more sunscreen down there. Caitlin's going to need some sunscreen on her face, and Ron Hornaday is going to need 2 bottles.
Well, to Caitlin's credit, we all showed up about 6:30 this morning, and it was overcast. The marine layer was here. So you sometimes forget about
well, it's sunny and windy. So for those of us that aren't out in the sun a lot, it creates a sunburn.
I think you got sunburned at SeaWorld yesterday, Kevin.
Let's not talk about my tan.
Great day. Great week for many of us down here in San Diego. USS Carl Vinson, one of the greatest backdrops we've seen. Stay with us. We're going to wrap this thing up soon.
This summer, celebrate 250 years of freedom. Start streaming all of Fox Nation's unmissable content for its lowest price ever.
Thing from 2005 to 2011, he drove for Kevin Harvick Incorporated. He drove the 6, 33, and 22.
That explains a lot. Start streaming Fox Nation for only $17.76 a year. Sign up today. It's Saturday, and you're giving it up like a sacrifice boy. Because tonight, I needed the orders.
Looks like we got the yellow back out.
It's baseball night in America. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings. This is the big league. July
July 15th. This is MasterChef Global Gold for international territories.
Egypt?
Here to represent my Mexican heritage.
Ron Hornaday Jr.'s last truck start was Texas 2014, the second Texas race. Finished 12th. Then he finished 5th at Daytona. And he finished 3rd at Bristol. Holy shit.
Welcome to the game show that nobody wants to win. So, guaranteed, G-A. I was G-U. This is harder than I thought. We will push them to their limits. Yes, please. What kind of doctor specializes in feet?
Pediatricist?
Speed. Alex Blow is obsessed with speed. And when your average Sunday goes 250 miles per hour, it can be hard downshifting to the speed of Shelly. So you'll forgive Alex the next time he decides to get milk. He doesn't get it here. He gets it here. You want to catch Alex Below? Welcome to the fastest racing on earth. I'm back. Here's how.
I don't know what to do. You know, percussion, this is one line.
We're going to stop again. We're going to rebuild this thing.
We got each other's back.
You can cook, though.
Everything is a lot number from you.
We're cooking with love.
Welcome back to Cable-Based Coronado. Snapshot from San Diego. That was a Hotel Del Coronado right up the road. Has a haunted room. Special place. Since many of the drivers are staying there with their families this weekend. There she is.
That American flag proudly flying over that hotel. I might move out now that you told me there's a haunted room.
Gotta look it up, Kevin. It's serious.
I'll wait till I'm home.
I lived here for about 6 years, went to San Diego State University, and that's one of the first stories we learned about. Look at the sailors. They're having a great time. It's like, what? We're on camera? Been out here all day. It was an early day for everyone. We've had all 3 NASCAR series on track.
Well, that's a great view from the top of that ship.
Oh, Jimmy Johnson stalled.
See, we had to tape up his hood. Got him all squared away, and now it won't go.
Stalled. In the restart zone there. Here comes the wrecker. They're getting a workout right now. Let's check in with Josh.
I'm down here with Dylan Capello, the crew chief of the 34 team with Lane Riggs. So first of all, how are you guys on fuel? And then also, what are you telling your driver about how to get around your teammate and take this thing home?
Yeah, I mean, I think we just want to finish this for Front Row Motorsports. They've done a really good job. Everybody in Front Row doing a good job building these road course trucks and having 2 really fast pieces for these.
And Tyler Reif can finish a good result if he can stay there.
Here on this last restart, there's going to be some chaos, and it might not be the last one. So we're just going to go give it our all here and push for 2 hard laps and see who comes out on top.
And you guys feel good about the fuel you got left?
Yes. Yeah. We'll be
simple and straight to the point. I appreciate it.
There you go. I like that. Yeah, well, the great part about Dylan is he's not just a crew chief, he's a racer. He has a late model, and I actually saw him on the entry list next week for our Cars Tour West race that we're having in Monroe, Washington, and Evergreen Speedway. We'll all be out there racing next week, and Dylan's on the entry list.
How fun is that?
He's winning a few races, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weekend off for the truckers, so Dylan Capello's going racing.
That's right.
That's got to be so helpful for his driver, Lane Riggs. They just speak the same language, right?
Yeah, and that was how it was with Rodney Childers and I.
That's good. Yeah, Tyler Anger's body's probably going to be sore tomorrow after that hit.
Going to yell sometimes and be mad and knows what it's like sitting behind the seat. When you have a crew chief that not only race but is still actively racing, just keeping up with what it's like inside the vehicles and the changes and all the things that you go through as a driver, that is second to none. Good to have because of the fact that they have that real life experience.
Well, Front Row Motorsports right now, 1st and 2nd. He mentioned we just want to finish like that. They've only done it actually one time before, North Wilkesboro, May of last year. Smith won that race, and Riggs was second.
See Riggs working those tires in.
Yeah, 2 more.
Make sure that when they say go.
Yeah, Nick. Oh, yeah, you're right. Next race says Lime Rock.
Debris cleaned off.
Thing, another left and right track. All right, you just got the choose.
Restart lines.
Not a lot of races left in the regular season for the truckers, guys. We are getting there. Here we go, final 6.
I love these 6 races.
Damn, last track is the 1 mile flat oval we call New Hampshire Motor Speed. Lime Rock, North Wilkesboro short track. Damn, a road course, 3 short tracks, and a 1 mile flat oval. Lime Rock, Wilkesboro, Lucas Oil, or IRP, Richmond, New Hampshire.
I sure do love going to New Hampshire. I mean, that's just a lot of great race fans up in that part of the country. The trucks put on an awesome show there.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Weather's always beautiful up there this time of year. I don't know that you're going to be able to top this, but it'll be nice in New Hampshire.
I mean, what's this going to mean? Whoever ends up victorious and taking home that trophy, what a big win. What a big day to be the first winner at this event in front of all these sailors. 3,300 of them on this base alone.
It's just, it'd be incredible. It would have to be, like I said earlier, creating a Daytona trophy would be a hard thing to do, but darn, this is an inaugural event at this beautiful facility. This would be one of the best trophies in NASCAR.
Well, looks like we're going to have a regular 2-lap shootout rather than go to overtime.
A victory here. Now we just got to see if we can run a couple laps without running each other off the road.
Oh.
It's so wild to me, Mike, that
I'm feeling.
that we get back under
Ooh,
caution
he's gonna be intense.
The dust still flying out of these things. It's like it never cleans up.
A lot of sand out there as well, obviously being right next
Yeah,
to water.
they're near the. There's also a beach south of there too.
2 to go. Chandler Smith on the right side.
All right, it's going to be a 2-lap shootout to decide the inaugural truck race at San Diego's Naval Base Coronado. Here we go. Green flag. This is just a regular 2-lap shootout. It's not overtime. Ooh, it's hard to. Oh my gosh, look at that sun. Oh, Ben Rhodes locks it up. Geez. Wow. Nicholson's in it. Yeah, I saw that come. Damn, Tyler Reif is up to 3rd place. Caden Honeycutt's right there. Caution. Damn. Well,
some pressure on these guys that don't have.
Man, Nathan Nicholson was doing good. He was running in the top 5 at one point.
On the road, it just kept everybody, squeezed everyone together. And Nicholson was the only truck that couldn't drive off.
Yeah, and there's some debris, big pieces of debris right there behind Nicholson's truck. Looks like a crush panel.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't contemplated that. I mean,
so I think that the count is at just 5 trucks that have not been involved in something today, whether it was practice, qualifying, and off he goes.
Got him rolling. That's a good sign. Yeah, just couldn't get the starter to work right there. Gave him a little push and bump started that thing, and off he goes.
Craftsman Truck Series.
They might do that eventually at some point.
I kind of figured that might be the case. And
going into the race, you knew it, Mike.
I'm surprised we went so long without overtime. Feels like forever.
I don't care how many caution laps you have. Eventually, you're going to use all your gas.
Right.
Justin Haley's the lone Dodge in the top 10. He's 9th as of now.
We've had a red flag. We've had a lot of caution laps. A lot of question marks still to go, but this one's certainly not over. We're going to go overtime after this.
Damn, Jimmy's a lap down. Fuck.
Speed. Alex Pillow is obsessed with speed. And when your average Sunday goes 250 miles per hour, it can be hard downshifting to the speed of Shelly. So you'll forgive Alex the next time he decides to get milk. He doesn't get it here. He gets it here. You want to catch Alex Pillow? Welcome to the fastest racing on Earth. This summer, celebrate 250 years of freedom. Start streaming all of Fox Nation's unmissable content for its lowest price ever. $17.76 a year with historic new series. Electrifying live events. Exclusive originals you can't find anywhere else.
These are stories of the South.
This isn't just a deal, it's a full-blown celebration.
It all started with a cartoon.
That explains a lot. Start streaming Fox Nation for only $17.76 a year. Sign up today.
It's Saturday, and you're giving it up like a sacrificed blood. Because tonight, I needed orders.
You can feel the energy. That's how you get it.
If it's Saturday night, it's baseball night in America. Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox. Check local listings.
This is the big league. July 15th. This is MasterChef Global Broadcast.
In 4 international territories.
I'm from Egypt.
I'm here to represent my Mexican heritage. Compete for the title. You gotta go out, girl. Of Global MasterChef. Wow. Just Mixed mixer, chef. Anything can happen. My 3 daughters are watching. Tell them I say hi. MasterChef returns July 15th after the
Well, they make this caution quick.
America's favorite sports television channel.
Yeah.
No other show in America. No other show in the world. They can't get off the field.
Trust your voices. That's what I'm banking on. Their heart.
It's self-proclaimed. Coach Allison. No. What does that even mean?
Always talking like they see.
Oh, great.
First things first. Weekdays at 10 a.m. on FS1.
The winner will go to the World Cup.
I'm Harry Wilson, Wesley McKinney. This group of players have got no fear. You're playing for something bigger than yourself. Growing up, my dream was to walk out at a World Cup.
It's very special.
I feel like it's going to be the game of our lives.
There's been some incredible last lap passes this season alone, guys. 4 of them to be exact. Look at this in Daytona.
Can you believe they're running 185 miles an hour, 4 wide at Daytona? They don't crash. What a season we've had. The truckers have been on it this year, I'm telling you.
Time included in that one. There he is, involved in a couple of these.
Lane Riggs around the outside. Look at that.
You see Lane Riggs, Chandler Smith, and Corey Hyde in pretty much every video that we just played as we talked about those last lap passes.
Well, the only reason why Corey Hyde isn't in this last lap video is because he's not racing. That's how good he is. Every time he gets in a truck, he's right there.
He's racing on Sunday, though. And boy, did he look good earlier today in practice. So Chandler Smith continues to lead here. Let's listen in on his radio.
Yeah, you literally can't see nothing once you come off the first 3. It's like that all the way to turn 8. All the stuff saying that you just call right now.
That's what Chandler was saying. Would you tell him to call it right now? You know what's interesting, Jamie? He says you can't see nothing, and they're going to go right from turn 3 to 8, not run into any. Well, they might run into each other, but it won't be because they couldn't see. It's maybe because they're just aggressive.
And you have to find things that are different that are not directly looking into the sun, right? Like you have to look at a different wall or a different marker, or have a different reference than what you normally do, because these are the things that we're learning about this track. We haven't been here before, so when you get to a certain time, whatever time it is, 7:12 right now, you know that you need some tape on the window, but they didn't start with any tape on the window. Didn't think that was going to be a problem.
So we're told pit road is open, and Lane Riggs may be a taker.
No way.
We're talking about the fuel situation. There's chatter.
Where is Lane Riggs? He's right behind Wright in the 42.
Yeah, he's going to have to. He can't risk running out of fuel on the restart.
He must have tried to get his gap too big.
Nope. He is. But the others, Ekis is in. But he's going to risk running out, but whatever. I'm sorry, but if I was Lane Riggs, I would just pit. I'm not going to risk running out of gas on causing another caution. I hope we can get the one to get the choose when they come around.
Let's listen to Lane Riggs radio.
Shake it around a couple times. If it sputters or if you see it dropping or putting your gears in order to put tires on, hold to 60.
If he has to surrender a win, he might have to. What if he lets it? Ty Majeski is also pitted out around the same time.
So NASCAR overtime. Just a reminder what the rules are here.
Yeah.
Should go green next time by. It'll be a 2-lap shootout. The leader takes the white flag. Next flag will end the race, whether that's under caution or checkered flag. Caution before the white, of course. We'll re-rack them and we'll try it again. Now we do have about 30 minutes before adverse conditions time comes into play. I don't think we're going to get there, so I'm not even going to talk about what that means.
I don't know, Jamie. We hit another barrier like we just did. Have to move them back around. You never know. We're trying to bust out of this place.
Those barriers out of turn 16 have had a workout today.
We had all that early this morning in practice, the first scrape into it, and it just hasn't really changed much since then.
Can you believe practice was at 9 o'clock this morning? It's been a long day, a very eventful day. All 3 series have been on track. Yeah, so let's look back at turn 16. We were just talking about all the hits in practice, qualifying. Ben Rhodes started it all and on goes out. Justin Marks.
Oh, that's the big with her Jamie Ryan.
Oh, Tyler Ankrum just ripped off the whole right side of his truck there and moved the barriers out.
Yeah,
It's
now
up to the cleanup crew. The track crew has done an incredible job trying to
I
get
think
us
they're going
back
to
and
have
going
to
as
put
quick as
another
possible.
barrier behind it so it doesn't move as much.
We walked the track, and everybody was talking about different points on the racetrack that were going to be
All right.
we're going to be challenging, and all the track is. But we didn't really harp on turn 16 like that. Like we didn't say that was a big deal. And it's one that's got the most teeth.
Yeah, I think that bump in the middle of turn 16, just Tyler Ankrum didn't really do much wrong right there, but that truck bounced a little bit wrong, got him up out of the groove and into the fence. So I was serious about putting another barrier back there because they're going to hit it for 2 more days. He can double that thing up.
Shoes in our restart lane. Gonna re-rack it and try to run a couple laps.
This is going to be good. Chandler Smith,
Well,
Caden Honeycutt,
yeah, they're still going to have to get the settings.
42. Las Vegas,
Sunset here on the on the west coast is 8:30. That's the official sunset.
You just know they understand it, they get it. It's put itself in a great position here late.
The 6th start this year.
Justin Haley's got his ram up inside the top 10. Good run for him again. I'm telling you, this fuel thing is going to raise its head.
Best finish for Ram this year, guys, of the 5 trucks every week. It's been 6, and it was at the last road course walk-ins led by AJ Allmendinger. See if Justin Haley can better that. He's in 7th right now.
The rotating pace trucks is probably close to
I've never noticed this, but you said in Chicago they did the same thing.
Well, they have multiple pace trucks, but I don't know about different brands all the time.
Yeah, that was something new. This is the 3rd different OEM that we've seen represented. Equal opportunity on the naval base.
Here we go.
Through the chicane. Can we make it to the end without another caution?
I think we will.
Either way.
All right, we're going into NASCAR overtime to decide the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. at the San Diego Naval Base Coronado. Here we go. 2-lap shootout. And wow, Keaton Honeycutt's going to get the lead. And oh, there goes Chandler Smith. He's going for a spin and he bumps the wall. And wow. Well, that went south for the 38 really quick. And he's got it going. Wow. Wow. I mean, where did Caden Honeycutt go? Wow. Oh my gosh, this is the lead. Oh shit. So we got some new players up here. Where'd he go? He fell all the way. Come on. Landon Lewis and oh, come on, Hemrick. Come on, Hemrick. Oh boy. Come on. Come on. Come on, you got it. Oh, Robin. Come on. Oh, shit. Oh, Tyler. Wow. Don't count Tyler Reif out. Man, this will be huge if Tyler Reif can get his first truck win today. Yeah, but be careful if one wrong move in and Lane Riggs can pounce. Oh, wow. Man, Daniel Hemrick tried to wreck the 42. Holy shit. Wow. Come on, Rife. Come on. White flag. 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. One more. We made it. We made it. Come on, Rife. Oh, come on. Hurry before the 34 makes the... Oh, come on. There's Kaz Gralla. Come on. Come on. There you go. Stay close. Man, tire rub on that 42. Oh, wow. And Lane Riggs is all over him.
It's been a while for East Motorsports. 51 races since they went to victory lane.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, he overshot the corner. No. Dang it. Wow. 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 Are you kidding me?
How did he make that last? He was sputtering with a lap and a half to go.
Tyler Reif was in control of that race. It just made it an air right there, getting into the chicane. We just saw
Wow.
crazy last lap finishes in 2026. This one to the list, the fifth.
We'll talk about that one for a while.
Wow.
That's got to feel so good winning here at Naval Base Coronado for Lane Riggs.
And that all started with when Caden Honeycutt and Chandler Smith had that contact off of turn 2. Put Honeycutt in a bad spot, knocked him back.
Wow.
Chandler Smith spun out, and then it came down to Reif and
Riggs forced him into that mistake. We were.
Lane Riggs. He was having problems with his engine. It was scuffling, but he kept the pressure on. Kept Reif heated up and forced Reif into a mistake.
Damn.
Lane Riggs wins for the 4th time.
Where did Caden Honeycutt finish?
Gosh, that was a hard-earned victory.
22nd place.
So let's take a look at that final restart.
Tyler Reif, 7.
It kicked off everything in the changing of events. Look at, we have very unhappy drivers right there after that turn of events. Here it is, guys.
Yeah, and you saw Honeycutt get into the outside fence right there. And
You've got to be.
just trying to avoid him and spun out.
Riggs forced him to make a mistake. I mean, I know it's just a racing deal, but still, though.
That's just Honeycutt just made a mistake right there. At the time, I didn't know if Chandler Smith got into him or not, but he just got wide and smacked the outside fence, so that's on him.
Wow.
Then we thought Daniel
Nice Motorsports doesn't get to victory lane very often, but wow, Reif should have won this race. I mean, Riggs was the best truck, but I feel like he forced Reif into a mistake. How is that 34 truck still rolling? I don't understand.
You heard him report that it did because he just lost so much ground, and then somehow it picked up enough fuel to get to the checker. How cool is that?
Wow. That was a good finish, though. But, man, that got chaotic really quick. Wow. Tyler Reif should have won this race. Man, Bill McAnally Hillman Racing was close to their first win in over a year. Wow. Wow. Wow, that was, I'll admit, that was a good race, but I mean, it got chaotic at the end, but thankfully they didn't go overboard and turn it into a caution fest, which I'll commend them for that. But I was hoping for a first time winner because we don't get those very often. Man, if someone told me Tyler Reif was going to be up there competing for the win, wouldn't believe them. But Lane Riggs, the pressure was on him. I mean, it's Tyler Reif's first time leading a race. I was hoping he would have it, but of course he blows. But I always hope for events like this, but sometimes my luck just doesn't fall my way sometimes. But that's just how it is. I mean, I don't hate Lane Riggs. Obviously, he's got a lot of talent. I kind of saw this win coming, to be honest. Led 21 laps. Yeah, I mean, Riggs wasn't going to be denied this win. So, yeah. Thought it was either going to be Honeycutt or Chandler Smith, but they took each other out late. And, yeah, we saw several comers and goers.
Special young man right there. Great talent. Taking in the footsteps, follow the footsteps of his father.
Wow. Where Jimmy finished 30th. Man, not the finish I was hoping for Jimmy Johnson, but it is what it is.
Lane Riggs will forever be the first race winner here at Coronado. Lane, what is it needs you to know your name is going to be in the history books for NASCAR forever.
Wow. Let's take a look at these results. Lane Riggs wins the race. Daniel Hemrick second. Kaz Gralla finished third. Not bad. Landon Lewis fourth. Ty Majeski fifth. Justin Haley and Brendan Queen. The two Dodges finished sixth and seventh. Ben Rhodes eighth. Christian Eckes ninth. And Gio Roger 10th. Wait, where did they move Tyler Reif to 19th? What the fuck? And Parker Kligerman 18th. Not bad. Him, Chandler and Caden 22nd, 23rd. Wow. And then here's all the other drivers whose days unfortunately came to an end. I'm not sure if Jimmy actually finished. I'll take a look at the results later. So with that said, that's going to put a wrap on this live stream. Congrats to Lane Riggs. He definitely had to earn this one for sure. I'm surprised he even made it on gas to begin with. But I'll admit I kind of wanted to see a first-time winner, but unsurprisingly, my luck has just not been the greatest. But it is what it is. But overall, it was a good race. It's nice to see a race with no. This is what happens when we have no Cup guys in the field, everybody. Anyways, with that said, that's going to do it for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Congrats to Lane Riggs. And for Tyler Reif, that first win is coming soon, I hope. With that said, I'll see y'all tomorrow for the O'Reilly All Parts race and Sunday for IndyCar Road America and Cup. With that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all next time, or evening, I should say. Here's the replay. Fuck, he missed the corner.
Too fast into that back chicane and cause him to miss that. So he has to stop in the penalty box right there on the exit. And Lane Riggs goes right on by.
Wow.
I want to say thank you to Lane Riggs. I mean, he said I wasn't going to move him. I just stayed there. That opened up the door for him to make that move. Great racing by Lane Riggs. And respect to him for the job he did.
Just bumps him. Wow. Anyways, just saw the replay there. And also Lane Riggs extends his points lead too. With that said, have a good rest of your evening or night or whatever, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye everyone. Peace out.